Hopefully you guys can hear me. I haven't done this in a while, so I'm gonna let some people get in here while I set up the camera. I'm gonna let you guys know what you're seeing while I set this up here. I'm just gonna put the camera here in front of me so you guys can see the activity that's gonna go on in front of me. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm trying something new. I'm gonna just set the camera up and I'm gonna talk before you guys get in here and you can catch it on the playback. But I'm gonna set this camera up and I'm gonna let you guys see all the activity, the time coordinated activity that should take place in front of me. Now, I scheduled this live around 20 minutes ago. Yeah, like about 20 minutes ago. So, to be honest, I haven't seen any gang stalking the whole time that I've been here, and I would assume that's because, for one, I said I scheduled my live, so the program knows that I'm going live, so they're probably going to try to, I see we got two people in here. Hey guys, I'm just setting everything up right now. I want to talk to you guys for a minute. I'm just going to leave the camera right here to kind of capture what's going on around me. I'm going to leave the camera here to capture what's going on around me, and I'm going to speak to you guys, and I'm going to communicate with you from a different phone that I have here. But the funny thing is, I scheduled this live 20 minutes ago, and I did that on purpose. I tried to get it as close to my live time as possible because I know how they act, and they will just adjust everything if they know. So they already have like a 20-minute advantage to know that I'm getting ready to be live. So the amount of gang stalking that I usually experience, it may be at a minimum, but I will say this parking lot is full. And there's a sports event right across the street from here. It's not too far from here. That's going to be letting out at sometime soon. So it's going to be plenty of people coming through here. So I want to see how they're going to do the whole gang stalking time coordinates with me sitting here recording live, and all of these people are getting ready to flush. Let me see if I can give you guys an example real quick without messing up. Let me show you what I'm getting ready to show you guys. All right, so if you look, all right, this parking lot is full on both sides. It's like this, okay? Like I said, it's a sports event taking place not too far from here, and a lot of the people park here. Since I've been sitting here for the first time, and I don't know how long, years, there's been no gang stalking. As far as maybe like noise campaigns in the distance. But that's because I had this live set up and they knew that I was going live. So they're very cowardly. They don't want to be caught on film, but they do this shit like it's just all legal. So it's weird. But I want to talk to you guys. I got a list here. I wrote down a list of some things that I want to discuss with you all. I haven't done a live or made any videos in a while, but I do have a list here of stuff that I want to touch on that I usually miss when I do these lives because I'm trying to rush everything in. So I'm going to try to take my time here. I'm going to try to do this live maybe 30 to 60 minutes, depending on what kind of people, depending on people come in and stay here. But I definitely have some stuff you guys might want to listen to and check out. Now, if you're writing comments, I can't see it yet. I'm still setting some stuff up. I'm pulling out my other phone right now to see if I'll be able to read the comments. I probably got to log into it on a different page to be able to see the comments, and I'll just respond to you verbally. So give me a second. I'm switching over to another account on my other phone. I have a travel page. One day I'm going to show you guys my travel page. I just haven't decided on sharing that yet. All right, guys, just give me a second here. How many we got in the room? We got 6. Let's see if we get about 4 more in here, and I'm going to get started with the discussion. Like I said, I got a list. And I want to go through my list here, and I want to go through my list here. All right, I think I might be able to. Oh, I can see. All right, I'm just gonna turn it down on mine. All right, I can see the comments here. All right, so who we got? We got Andy. I'm still alive. The cockroaches will show. Yeah, they're gonna show up. All right. Okay, I see you, Carol. Oh man. Okay. All right, guys. So hopefully everything is still running okay. All right, so basically, we got about 8 people. What's a good? I'm going to get started with the discussion. I want to talk to you guys about some things, okay? All right, so here we are right now. We're getting here towards the middle of May. So this entire spring, my gang stalking has been as severe as usual. probably a little worse. And I want to discuss with you guys why. If anybody wants to add anything, you want to chime in, you can drop the comments. We can have a discussion. Like I said, you're going to start seeing people flood in here very shortly. There's a sporting event that's right around the corner, right across the street from here. And they're going to start gang stalking and all that. Because I was here a little earlier before I went to work when they were getting here. And they were gang stalking. So you'll see what I mean. They're probably going to tamper it down some because I am recording. But we'll go for it. We'll try to see what we can do. Hold on a second. It's frozen on my other phone. Hopefully it's not frozen for you guys. Let me check it out. We'll see. Hopefully we're still up and running, guys. I'm sorry. Just give me a second. If it's still running, somebody type something and let me know that it's still live and everything's okay. But okay, I'm getting a lot of new medical. Okay, I see you're still in here. Okay. All right, guys. So look, I'm gonna start with my list, and those who are not in this room, they'll be able to catch it on the on the comeback, on the playback. All right. So the first thing I want to discuss with you guys here in this live is a situation that I've had recently pertaining to a car breakdown and what was done to me during this particular period of time. So first off, I'll say this, right? I have a vehicle that I've been having problems with. I've used it over the past 2 years for delivery jobs, Uber and all that. So it's starting to run down a little bit. Okay, so basically, I got a lot of plans. Of course, you guys, TIs, you know how it is, right? So basically, the location that I'm in right now, all right, my car broke down here. And I left it here for about a day or two, right? Now, I was unable to put my windows up in my vehicle because the battery was dead. So my windows were halfway down, but I did have a something that was kind of covering it. So you couldn't see inside the window, but you can see it was down. But I had to go to work a few times, had to leave my car here unattended. So while my car was sitting here unattended with the windows half down, these people found some way to come into my vehicle. They stole one shoe. I have a pair of shoes in here, pretty newish kind of shoes. You know, I wear them to work really. And they just went in and stole it. They just stole one shoe. They went in and unplugged my headlights on the left side. You guys know how they ride around with the one headlight thing to people. A lot of TIs talk about that. I don't get that often, but a lot of TIs get the one headlight thing. But while I was away from my vehicle, they went in and somehow unplugged. I mean, you got to go inside of there and turn it. You got to twist it and pull it out to get that out. So after I got my car fixed and I was riding in my vehicle and I saw some smoke coming out of my hood after I just got it fixed. And I stopped and I realized they pulled my headlight out and it was dangling around and it was touching something else and it was about to start a fire. So little things like that is what they'll do. I mean, it was literally, I started smelling something that I thought was barbecue. And next thing I know, because I'm in a drive-through at McDonald's, I pull out the drive-through, open the hood, and they pulled my light out. They stole a shoe out the car. And this will seem strange to some people, but those of you who are targeted, you know what I mean. I had a bunch of water bottles in my vehicle that I got delivered to me, and I'm gonna touch on that in a minute. And it seems like what they did was while they were in my vehicle, they turned all the water caps. So basically, when I open up a new water, it would have already been open. So I'll have to think twice about drinking it. If you understand what I'm saying. So you know, that's just like this. I'm just giving you guys an example of the things they do. You know, as soon as they get a chance. Now, I would be away from my vehicle for a few hours. You know, it was over the weekend, and they would take advantage and come and do things. Now, here's the kicker: my vehicle is in front of cameras. I'm debating the hotel told me that if I wanted to look at it, if I wanted to look into the camera or whatever the case may be, I have to file a police report. So I'm gonna have to file a police report, get the police to come, and I'm gonna pinpoint the exact times that I was away from the vehicle, and look on the camera and see who was coming and doing things in my vehicle while I was gone. And I know for a fact they were doing it because ever since then they've been giving me little hints. Like for example, the brand of the shoes they stole out of my vehicle was Adidas. So they've been making a point to have, as I move around, the community, people coming around me wearing bright orange Adidas, something that I would notice. So I would look at the shoe and I would see that Adidas symbol and think about the fact that they went in my vehicle and stole a shoe. Like little mind games like that, right? As well as, today, I was here and I drove off and there was a guy standing there just surveilling me, watching me, and he just happened to have a pair of shoes, Adidas, sitting. I don't know if they were Adidas. A pair of shoes sit. I got a video of it earlier. I'll probably put it up eventually. A pair of shoes right there for me to see as I'm driving out as a reminder that they went into my vehicle and stole or whatever the case may be. So I'm gonna file a police report. Wow, they are perps too. Yeah, I'm gonna file a police report and get a look at that camera and see exactly what was going on. Even though I could just let it go, but I think for the TI community and just to get a little understanding, I want to see how they're gonna handle something like this, because there's surveillance cameras on both sides, and I should be able to look right into it and see, what's going on. Yeah, I should be able to see what's going on. Let's see, how many we got in here? We got about 6. Like I told you guys, I'm really just kind of talking on this one. There's not a lot of activity because I'm live, guys. That's why you don't see people. A lot of, like right now, we got 11:55 p.m. There will be people walking around me doing stuff. But the fact that I'm live right now, they act really shy when I go live. They never act like this. And I gave them a fair warning that I was going live. Also, I did a 20-minute. I gave you a warning. But once things start getting popping, you guys you'll start seeing. But they might just be complete cowards and not do anything because I'm recording and I'm live. But at least I can do is sit here and talk to you guys. I can still tell my story. And anybody who watches this on the playback, they'll be able to hear my story. I don't have a lot of memory in my phone for me to make space like I want to. So, it looks like I might have got bumped offline. The police not going to do anything, my friend. Yeah, I hear you, Carol. I'm gonna at least. But the whole point of me with the police. Hold on a second. It looks like I might be offline. I don't know. On my end it says okay, I'm good. Hey, Carol. Carol Justice. The police not going to do anything. Yeah, I know, and I believe it's the police that actually are orchestrating all of this. But my whole point is I want to get a look at the cameras. If they're recording and I want to look at the camera and I want to verify and I want to see people messing with my vehicle while I was gone. I have the exact times that I was gone because I had to catch Uber and Lyft because my car was down. So I'll be able to look at the camera and have evidence. Now, if they want to chop the cameras up and edit the video, that's one thing. But the cameras don't lie. If there's people messing around in my vehicle while I was gone at work, it should be there. I know it. Oh, I know exactly when I was gone. And let me give you some more insight. Let me look at my list that I got here. So, okay. So yeah, and another funny thing about it is it could have been the mechanic, even the guy who I hired to fix my car. Listen to this, guys. I hire mechanics pretty much that I might meet online or different things. All right, guys. I want y'all to listen to this part right here. It's very important. Because there's not a lot of TIs online that talk about this, or people who say that they're TIs, they don't really discuss this part of it enough, and I think it's a problem. Remember, they monitor everything we do on our phones. A lot of people will like to tell you guys that, they're just reading your mind, they're doing something magical. It's our phones, guys. Matter of fact, and before I even get into this, let me say this to the gang stalkers out there who might be watching this live, or you might watch this on the playback. Your perps on the street or whatever, you guys don't have to keep trying to remind me that you guys are monitoring my phone. I am 100% aware of that, completely clear on that. I know it, and I just do not care. There's absolutely nothing that I'm going to do on my phone, say on my phone, have on my phone, that I would be ashamed of, that's going to be illegal, that's going to be anything that you can use against me legitimately. Even if I was wanting to do that kind of stuff. So I don't care that you're in my phone. Let me just reiterate that. For the perps who do the hacking and all the people who monitor me, whoever watches this on the run back, the perpetrators, the gang stalkers, I know you're in my phone. Let me say it again. I know you're in my phone and I do not care. All right. Now that I said that, back to the discussion at hand. Now the mechanics, even trying to get a mechanic to fix your car. This is another issue with gang stalking. I'm looking at my list, and I'm just talking to you guys, and people can catch this on the playback. Anything you're doing on your phone, they're watching you, guys. Everything, if you're a real TI. The people that come around you and park, they're there to surveil you, and oftentimes they're just trying to hack into your phone using these different devices. I have mechanics come work on my vehicle. The guy who worked on my vehicle the last 2 times, the first time he showed up, I got it on video. He showed up like at 11:27 on the dot. He shows up at 11:27, which I always show you guys. They use 27 in my program. Now, mind you, this is somebody that I'm supposed to trust, right? He has to get under my car. He has to work on my vehicle. It's very important. But they've already gotten to him to gang stalk. Yes, everybody has to become perp. So sad. Oh, I'm going to tell you. Oh, you ain't lying. So anyway, he's a perp. And I'm paying this guy to work on my vehicle. Even when he's under my car working, he'll slide from under the car if the number 27 is on the clock and say something or call or do some shit like that. So maybe it's not so surprising that the first time he worked on my car, right after he finished, there seemed to be even more damage. There was something else wrong. I can't say it was him for sure, but I got my suspicions. Even this time around, with my head, I told you guys earlier in this video that someone pulled my headlight out of my vehicle. It could have been him. I left for a few minutes and let him be in my vehicle. He could have been the one that came in here for the perps, right? For the handlers. They could have told him to come in, steal a shoe. They could tell him to pull out a headlight while I'm not here. But if I go ahead and file a police report, I can look at the cameras and see if he got up and did these things. So I know the police aren't probably going to do anything about it, but at least if I can file a report and then they let me look at the camera footage, I can see. So we got to start taking the next step as TIs. We can't just say, oh, the police aren't going to do anything. Oh, no one's going to help me. At least we can do is do everything we can. Get something on paper, get access to camera footage, do what we can to fight back against this, because what they're doing is wrong. And if it wasn't, they wouldn't be doing what they're doing right now. I've been sitting here talking to you guys on this live for at least 20 minutes now. There's never been a time that I could sit somewhere like this in public and there'd be no gang stalking at all. There's nobody driving by. There's nobody walking by. You guys are looking at my camera. Any of you guys out in public, you come out anywhere and you act and tell me if there's a time where there's nobody going to walk past you. There's no one going to drive by. There's no noise campaigns. See how organized they are, TIs? These people are very organized. I promise you, I got so much footage on my phone that I haven't shared with you guys yet of recently. There's never a time when a TI can sit here like this and not be harassed. The only reason you don't see anybody walking past, riding by with color coordinated is because I'm recording. But they're not going to be able to do this much longer, like I said, because there's a sporting event right across the street that's getting ready to let out. And once that lets out, all of these perps are going to be coming to these cars in this parking lot, and you're going to see what I mean. But anyway, let me look at my list, and I want to go on to a little more. Okay, let me look at some of these comments first. What's up, Broken Major TV? What's up, man? Yeah, man, I've been out here fighting. And I haven't had enough energy to do videos, and I've been making videos, but I haven't been able to edit and all of that. But it's coming soon, guys. It's coming soon. Yep, you're pointing on phones at you two, pretending to be on the phone. Yeah, they always that's something they always do as far as pointing the cameras at us, and they're on the phone and they're recording us, and they're sending it through these little groups that they have around the neighborhood, like neighborhood watch groups, things like that as well, so they can see what we're wearing, what we're driving, where we are, and they just share information about us all day long. All these people that are coming around us, some people would tell you that they're here trying to get into your spiritual field and your energy, They're surveillance role players, guys. They're surveilling us for law enforcement. They're surveilling us for the Joint Terrorism Task Force. They're surveilling us for this program called the Gilly Program. they have all these different police organizations. And the reason why, also, guys, let me tell you this real quick before I get back to my list. Another reason why some of these police officers act like they don't know what the hell is going on when we talk, if you mention gang stalking, all of them are not in on it. There's some officers that are in different programs within the police department. Let me give you an example. Everybody goes to school, right? But some people are, think about elementary school. Everyone's in the school, but then some people happen to be safety patrols, where you put the little orange belt thing on and you go stand at the crossing walking. See, everybody's in the school, but then some, just like that. Everybody's in the police department, but some of them happen to be Joint Terrorism Task Force members. And if they're a member of that, they have special privileges given to them by the government. So they're the ones that are out here with the sirens. They're the ones out here sending the street perps to do different things to you. All right, there's a car that just drove past right there. And the time on the clock here is 12:05 a.m. That's the first vehicle to drive past me since I've been sitting here recording. And this is literally gang stalking, because they never do that. There would never be a time that I would sit and there'd be that little bit of activity. This is how they lie to the world. I'm going live and I'm showing everybody what's going on and consistently. But when I do that, they can just turn the program off like a light switch, guys. Like a light switch. But I really want to keep this live going because I want to see how they're going to handle it once this game lets out and all these people come here. I really want to see if they can just act like everything is normal. I don't think these degenerates can help themselves, but we'll see. All right, let me catch up on the comments a little bit before I get back to my list. Yeah. And I'm still alive. I'm gonna file that police report only so I can look at the camera footage. Excuse me. Only so I can look at that camera footage to see who was in my vehicle, because they did it while I was at work. They know me. They know my work schedule, right? So for those of you who just might have come in, I'm telling you guys about a police report I'm gonna have to file, because these perps came into my vehicle while I was parked right here where I am now. My car was broke down for 2 days, and I was leaving back and forth going to work, and they broke into my vehicle. They came into my vehicle because I couldn't put my windows all the way up because the battery was dead. The hotel said all I could do is file a police report if I want to see the camera footage. So I'm gonna file a police report, and I'm gonna see if I can catch these perps going in and out of my vehicle. I have the exact times that I was gone because I use Uber and Lyft to travel. Matter of fact, and while I was catching these Uber and Lyfts, let me discuss that with you guys real quick as well. The few times this year I didn't have a car, 2 times this over the past few months, my car went down because I had a defective part, and I had to catch the bus and I had to catch Ubers and Lyfts. Oh my God, they rape you. They do you so wrong when you do Uber and Lyft as a targeted individual. All my prices are always double. Like, let me give you an example. As a targeted individual, say you don't usually catch rideshare, Uber or Lyft. You'll notice when you first catch your first 1 or 2, the prices will be normal. You'll get a car really quick, nice car, everything is normal, everything is all good. This is the life of a TI I'm telling you guys about. But let you catch that 3rd or 4th one. Now that the system knows that you are actively using rideshare, the national security apparatus starts to attack you on rideshare. So now what will happen is the drivers will start to be no-shows. They'll start to take long routes. They'll keep canceling all the rides on you. So you'll get like 5 or 6 drivers canceling before you get somebody. Then when you finally get somebody, they want to make sure they send you the smallest vehicle possible. Maybe it stinks, it's dirty, it's raggedy, it's old. You know, whatever they can do to get at you, they're gonna do it. All right, so say you say, all right, fuck it, I'm not gonna catch the Uber and Lyft. I'm gonna go ahead and catch the bus. The bus is gonna be late. It's gonna be extreme traffic, people whizzing by you, doing all kind of crazy shit while you're at the bus stop, just harassing you, just doing everything they possibly can. The bus is gonna be on delay. They're just gonna do everything they can to make things difficult for you. And I experienced all that just not having a vehicle, you know, for about 2 weeks, or last time was a few days. They really rape your pockets like you wouldn't believe as a TI. You don't get treated the same way when you're trying to do anything in society. Anything you're trying to do out here, anything you're trying to do, they're going to weaponize everything. So I said, okay, I'm not going to catch Uber and Lyft. I'll catch a cab. All right, so it took me an hour and a half to get a cab sent out to me as a TI. And you know, my program is 27. So when they finally send me a cab after an hour and a half, it'll be cab number 27. The cab will be filthy. It'll be some kind of trolling, some kind of something just to kind of, you see what I'm saying? Same thing with the Ubers and Lyfts. Yeah, I got to spend extra money to get a decent Uber or Lyft, or they're going to send me the oldest, dirtiest, raggliest car with the worst driver possible after canceling on me 3 times. So they're going to get at you either way. Oh, and while I'm in an Uber and Lyft, the tags in front of me are going to be number 27. This is like if I'm driving my car. Every intersection, they're going to be blocking us off. When I ride in these Ubers and Lyfts with these drivers, when I see their reactions to the things that these people are doing on the road, they are shocked and flabbergasted because they can't believe it. So that right there tells me that the average person, they're not experiencing all the shit that we experience when we're on the road riding, all the crazy things they do to us. When these Uber drivers are seeing this stuff, they can't believe it. And that right there solidifies that what we're going through is not normal. All right, so there's a car in front of me. They're completely, guys, they never come around me like this. And right now it's 12:10 a.m. Eastern time. There's no way in hell a car would drive past me at a time like that that's not associated in my gang stalking program if I wasn't live. That's the only reason why they just did that. There's no gang stalking taking place right now. And in the past 5 years that I've been going through this never happens. There's never a time when they won't come gang stalk, especially when I'm somewhere as public as I am right now. They never would do this. So this just goes to show you that this stuff is in real time. For those of you who don't understand, it's real time. And I'm gonna delve in to how real time it is in a second. That's gonna blow your mind. All right, I don't want to go on a tangent. Let me look at my list. There's a few points that I wanted to hit on. Okay, so another thing. Oh, here's something else I want to discuss about all of this as well. The location that I'm at right now, there's a lot of Air Force. There's an Air Force base not too far. And there's a lot of people from the Air Force around the gang stalk when I'm in this area. And if you understand with DARPA and all the tracking, that stuff comes from the Air Force. They're tracking us with these satellites from the sky everywhere we go around the world. So these same people are around me in this little neighborhood out here, gang stalking the hell out of me 24/7 every day. And they do it happily. They got their nice little, they got them a little Dodge Charger, what the Air Force give them, a little Dodge Charger. You know, they got their little F-150 truck. They got a little something. You know, they can go ahead and smash some girls off. They live in the time of their lives, right? They're good. They're part of the program. They're part of the system. So they're gonna get out here and gang stalk the shit out of me as a TI. I'm out here struggling trying to make it because I'm not a sellout. No one ever offered me anything. I don't even know how to sell out if I wanted to. No one offered me anything. I've never been offered no Freemason membership. No shit. All I've ever gotten is attacked by this shit. That's all I know. So I don't know about that, but they do. But let me say this. The sad part is this, right? Let me give you guys a sad example of what gang stalking does. Over a few days ago down in Florida, law enforcement kicked down the door and murdered an innocent black man in his apartment. I forgot his name, but it was down in Florida. He was an Air Force. He was in the Air Force, basically. He was a private in the Air Force or whatever. They kicked the door down and murdered this guy. He's in the Air Force. Now, but as a target, as a black man, I look at that and I'm like, oh my God, this is terrible. They kicked this door down in his own house and hit this guy for no reason. Oh my God, that could happen to me. That could happen to anybody, right? But as a targeted individual, you know what I experience every single day out in my area? I experience people from the Air Force doing everything they can do. People that look just like that guy that got murdered. Black guys, I'm in the Atlanta area, that look just like that guy, who are out here every day in the community putting tags in front of my face, crowding me, mobbing me in stores, playing games with my money, hacking into my devices, breaking into my car, flashing their lights on me, playing with my DoorDash and Uber Eats orders, stealing from me, stealing my money, lying, making up all kinds of shit. I mean, everything you can think of, these people do to me, right? And a lot of these people, again, are Air Force, because there's an Air Force base not too far from here, and a lot of them look just like that guy that got murdered. So now, when I look at him and see he just got his door kicked in and he got murdered in his own house, young guy in the Air Force, how am I going to feel when it's people just like him? And more than likely, if I was anywhere around this young guy, anywhere around him, he's going to get an alert on his phone, and he's going to do whatever that phone says do to help make my life miserable if he can. Whatever that shit says, whether it's slam a car door, drive past me, flashes lights in my face, say a certain phrase or a certain term around me, he's going to do whatever they tell him to do that's designed to hurt me, that's designed to push me to suicide, that's designed to make me go out here and do something to lose my freedom. He's in the Air Force. He's going to be instructed to do that shit so he can have that apartment that he's enjoying, so he can have that Dodge Charger, so he can have that Hellcat, that Scat Pack, so he can have that Trackhawk Jeep. You see what I'm saying? He's going to do whatever the fuck he got to do to hurt me, to harm me, because it's a dog-eat-dog world, right? He's on the side of the federal government, right? So he's going to hurt me for them. I'm at the gas pump. He's going to show up with 27 on the clock and act like nothing is going on and walk right by me and go in. He's going to get behind me when I'm in the store along with about 20 other people. They're going to wait till I get in line and all crowd behind me, look at everything that I'm buying, and report it back to whoever they're reporting to about us, right? He's going to do all that shit to help make my day harder. But he got his door kicked in and he got murdered. And I'm supposed to feel sympathy and sad. It's a black man, young black guy, unarmed, murdered in his own house. But then I hear that he's Air Force. And I know exactly what he would do if he was around me. You see how it changes the way we think in society? So how could I fully feel the level of sympathy I should feel for this man? Because now I know if I was to go over to where he just got murdered at, I wouldn't have to worry about him gang stalking me, right? Because he was murdered unjustly by the police. But I might not have been murdered, but I'm going through a slow kill, a slow murder, where him, people like himself, Air Forcemen, law enforcement, and everybody around, they're all in on it. And they don't feel sorry for me for shit. You see what I'm saying? So that's something to think about with this gang stalking. And I'm going to say this again. My phone has been sitting here on, pointing in front of my vehicle now for 32 minutes. There's been maybe 1 or 2 cars that drove past me, and none of them were coordinated with this gang stalking program. I promise you, at my grandmother's grave, for the past 5 years, this never happens. This goes to show you guys how real time this is. I know I'm just rambling, but this one is just for you guys to listen to me, because this really is about the playback. I want this to be played back, and whatever people miss, they can check it out, because I got some points I want to hit on. But I want you to see this. I'm a T.I., and I think I'm the worst. I'm the most targeted T.I. in the world. I believe that. And what I'm telling you guys is this never happens. You don't got no phony, fake assholes walking by with their jerseys on, with the number 27. No police riding past me with 45 on the clock. They're not doing none of the shit they always do. Nobody's driving in front of me, putting their lights in my front windshield. All of this stuff will be going on, guys. But the fact that I'm live and I'm showing you guys what's happening, they're not going to do anything. These are cowards, guys. You see this shit? They're lying through their teeth, act like there's nothing going on. Everything is fine and dandy. And I know that they probably don't want to get caught the way they have. If you look at my page, what's up, Osiris? I see you, man. There's a lot of whistleblowing going on. Let's hope anyway. The Air Force guy. Hit the like button. Hey, I appreciate that. Hit the like button, y'all. Appreciate that, Broken Matrix. They despise the lens. Yo, bro, what's up, Cyro Stratus? Man, guys, y'all aren't really getting to see the gang stalking that usually takes place because, again, there's a sports event going on, but I'm pretty sure it's over. I might have checked the news to see. But all of these cars are pretty much the people who are at the sporting event across the street. But other than that, the fact that you're not seeing anybody coming here gang stalking me, it says a whole lot, guys. I promise you. I'm gonna say it again. There's never a time that this happens. Just remember that. There's nobody driving past me. The only reason they're doing this is because this will teach you guys. I keep telling you this. They're monitoring our phones literally in real time, 24/7. If you're a real deal targeted individual like myself, there's a person on your phone that they do it in shifts. They're always watching everything you're doing. So they know that I'm going live, and I even gave a 20-minute warning before I went live, so they had time to shut everything down. Now, as soon as I end this live, they're gonna have normal gang stalking going on as usual. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna make sure I record that and show you guys. So look at the time right now. It's 12:20 a.m. early Tuesday morning now. I'm going to do a video after this live is over, and I'm going to show you. All right, there's somebody right now. 12:20, like I just told you. It's 12:20 a.m. The reason why that vehicle that you guys just saw drive past me is because 12:20 is on the clock. 12 times 2 is 24. There's a message from the gang stalking, Homeland Security, whatever program, is to remind me that I'm being watched 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm under 24-hour surveillance. And they can do this using all these citizens, all of these cameras. But anyway, let me go on my list. I got a few more things I want to talk to you guys about. That's on my list, okay? I do these lives and I get off topic. All right, so I already spoke to you guys about the Air Force guy. Oh, I already mentioned the Uber and Lyft thing. If you catch Uber and Lyft as a targeted individual, you're paying double. They put us through hell. They give us the worst cars possible. It's gonna get into that too deep. All right, okay. Now let me touch on something else I want to talk to you guys about, so you guys can really understand how deep this is. Let me sip this little drink. I even got me a little drink tonight, so I can talk to you guys and just sit back and chill. I'm not a real big talker. I really don't like being the center of attention and talking. But it's so much shit that they've been doing to me, guys. I have to get this stuff out, and I'm only doing this really as a live, so it can be shared, so people can still see this. Because I don't have enough space to do a video and edit it and talk to you guys. I'm just really fighting a lot right now. So let me go into a little bit more of what's happening right now. So basically, around this area that I'm in, right, I've been spending most of my time for the past 2 years now in the same area. And I did this on purpose because I wanted to see what gang stalking would be like if I'm just stationary in one neighborhood for a period of time. So I've been here for about 2 years now. Now let me explain to you. Let me give you guys a little bit of an understanding on how things are done when you spend a longer period of time. Around the neighborhood, right? You guys know how it is. You're in the neighborhood. You go to the convenience store. You go to the grocery store. You go to the gas station. You go to the drive-thru. You go to your favorite restaurants. You do different things that you typically do, and you usually do the same things at the same places in your certain neighborhood. Of course, once you've been somewhere for a while, they know all of your ways. They know how to like slow you down. They know what you like, what you don't like. They study you. So me being in this area and trying this experiment over the past 2 years, it's gotten really bad lately as far as, every time I go to any store, I go to the convenience store, I go to the 7-Eleven or the Wawa, wherever you live, the Quick Trip, whatever y'all got. They crowd me. They're always reporting everything that I'm buying. It just turns into a circus show, right? All the gang stalking goes on. Just too much goes on. I go to get food. The lines are always long. I've done videos recently showing you, they'll have, if they know I'm getting ready to drive past a McDonald's that I might possibly go to, the line will be through the roof. So I'll drive past, act like I'm not gonna go there, and I come back and the line has completely disappeared. Little shit like that, right? Because it's all designed to slow you down. So what I did is this, guys. They pick up the routine and destroy it. Yeah, that's what they do. I'm about to give you an example. I'm going to tell you something about that. You said Cicero Stratus says they know some of your likes, but not all. Yeah, they don't know all of our likes. And all right, I'm at risk of getting off track a little bit. I'm gonna tell you a little trick to that. You need to make them think you like things that you don't necessarily like, and make them think you dislike you love. Like for me, I'll make sure that, like, you have to train the algorithm, guys. You have to practice training the algorithm. Like there's certain things, like there's a certain color. I'll give you a quick example, then I'm gonna go on what I was saying. There's a certain color that they try to sensitize me to, right? Like when I watch different people's Instagram or YouTube, different things, especially if it's women, they'll have the women wear a certain color over and over again to let me know that they did that or whatever. Little stupid gang stalking shit. So what I do is, whenever I see a woman in that particular color, I'll like the photo and comment, and I'll just go crazy, all right? Like kind of like training the algorithm to believe that I'm obsessed with this color. See, now it just feeds me that, and it does things in the real world, in the real life. You have to learn how to do test runs and practice and play with this shit, because it's all computing and it's all about your habits and your routines. So if you can, yes, reverse psychology. If you can make this shit think you love everything or you like one particular thing so much, that's what they're gonna focus on. So if it's something you hate, show so much love to it, guys. Look it up on the internet. Watch videos about it. Watch YouTube videos about it. Just look into it. Go to an event pertaining to that shit. Lead them down the wrong path with so many things as possible. They're very stupid. They're very stupid. It's a smart machine, but it's stupid because it's a machine. It's not a human. So you can train it. So learn how to train the algorithm. I've learned how to control what I want them to attack at this point. You get what I'm saying? When it comes to women, when it comes to all that kind of shit, as far as the system believes, I like everything. I like tall women. I like short. I like light, dark, white, black, fat, skinny. I like everything. It doesn't know what I like. You see what I'm saying? So it's not going to know what to attack. It's just a stupid system. Oh, I don't want them to follow me and mob me all the time. So what I'll do is this, guys. I live in this neighborhood. As long as they're not poisoning me, right? I'm going to go to the same gas station all the time. I'm going to go to the same grocery store. I'm going to park my car in the same area all the time. Because what happens is it becomes very lazy. It becomes hooked on that one situation. And when you decide to switch it up, you're going to be ahead by a few steps. You get an opportunity to take advantage of that little bit of space. It's just like in sports. Football is a game of inches. All it takes is a few inches, you shaking the guy and hooking him left, making him think you're going to go left when you're really going right. And he thinks he already anticipates the shit based upon what you've been doing the whole game. So he's getting cocky. So he's going to go a little early and get there before you. That's when you catch his dumb ass. And that's when you go left. And now you got a little space to build from there and do whatever you need to do. But you got to trick the system and lead it down the wrong path as much as possible. Make it think you like things that you shouldn't like. Lead them down the wrong path so much. Let them fixate and focus on something that you would never do. Let them get their panties in a bunch. Let them get everybody all riled up, because really don't fuck them. They're going to be mad anyway. So who cares? Give them something to talk about. Give them something to be mad about. Let them get their panties in a bunch. Lead them down a certain path to make them think that you're going to do something, and they're all riled up and they're thinking about it, and you go this way. You see what I'm saying? That's the way you got to play the game with these idiots. They think that they're smarter than everyone. They're smarter than you. You're just dumb. They're superior because they're sneaks. They really believe that they're superior to us, and they're smarter, and they're more moral, and they're better than us, just because they get to snoop in the background and watch our lives and judge us for our personal decisions. But no one's watching them and judging them on all of their personal decisions. But they think they're going to just sit back in the cut and judge us for all of our personal decisions and think they're going to make us feel bad and all this. Like, if you don't get the fuck out of here, I could care less about anything, stalker. If you snooped in my phone and you seen pictures or photos or videos of me having sex with a woman, and you're jealous of that because you can't do that, and you're mad about it, or you don't like the woman because she doesn't look enough like you and you're a female, or you might be a homosexual and I'm having sex with a woman in my joint, and now you're mad about it and you want to do different things to punish me. And there's no way that I would ever feel any kind of way about anything anybody feels about some shit you've discovered by snooping in. You got the wrong guy if you think that's how this works. But whatever. Let me catch up with some comments before I get to my list. Whoever this dude Hove is, I'm ignoring you. You're a troll. All right, let me see what we got. Hope you guys can hear me okay. I got the phone in the window. As you can see, there's no activity in front of me. This shows you how sick these people are, guys. They never pass up an opportunity for me to be around people like this and them not do extreme gang stalking. The fact that I want you guys to, I hope you're not losing me. The fact that you guys see nothing going on right here, this really should give you the extreme, this should show you the extreme level of gang stalking that I receive. I mean, they wipe this shit so clean where there's not a person in sight. That's not even realistic in a modern world in the Atlanta, Georgia area with all these people. So that means everything that I experience every day is false. All these cars is always driving around me, all these color coding, all these people walking past, all this shit that I experience, they can just turn that shit off with a light switch. Now that I go live and I'm trying to show you guys what they're doing to me every day, all day, they can just turn off with a light switch. So therefore, guys, when you're dealing with anybody around you in society, you gotta know everybody around you are gang stalkers. They're surrounded. Look at this, guys. They're able to make nobody come around me. That means they have me in a bubble. They have me in some kind of bubble where there's no real people around. And I don't care that they're doing this right now to make it look this way, because I got so much video footage in this parking lot alone of so much shit. It's just the fact that I'm going live and they're hiding like the punk ass beta male, beta female, sneaky ass rat, possum, raccoon, sneak, loser, low lives that they are. You see this shit? They literally can just leave me alone when they want to. You see this? This is all I ever want in life. It to be quiet and be left alone. But if I wasn't live with my camera running, they would be out here acting, as they used to say in the old days, acting a fool. All right, let me see what's going on. Bro, I was living downtown Denver for 3 years. It was ultimate by NPC. Like yeah, it's everywhere. It's worldwide. But hey, look, man, as you can see, who said that? C-Roll Stratus. All you got to do is turn your phone on, man. Just turn your phone on and go live. These punk-ass, sweaty, palmed, snitch, rat, sneaks. You see how they hide? You see how they hide and they don't want to come around. They're not doing any coordinations. I've been doing this for 5 years where I've been aware, guys. There's never a time when they don't have color-coded cars riding past in front of me. I mean, every minute, guys. It's like every time these times on the clock, they're harassing with mad cars riding by. I'm gonna start going live a lot more because they're not gonna be able to keep this shit hidden the way they're doing right now. It's never this dead around me ever in my life. I pray for times like this. You get what I'm saying? But I knew they would do this once if I went live, but I didn't know they would go to this extreme. But I'm gonna keep it running, and we're gonna see. Let me catch up on some of these comments. Let me see. Anthony said, we're still being controlled. It will be zig knowing you're going zag. Right. We're still we're being controlled. It will zig knowing you're going to zag. The way to win is harder than we think. Not affected, not to see what's in plain sight. Not react. Hey, I tell you, Anthony, they might catch up quick, but they don't. Their smart computer is not as smart as you would think. If you're a smart human, you can. It's not. I'm not saying you can out defeat it, but what I'm telling you is you can get a few steps ahead. You see what I'm saying? If you learn your program, like for me, I've been trying to tell all of you guys for the longest time. I'm not the only one where my gang stalking program is on time coordination. I'm not the only one. It's just that a lot of you guys have not figured it out. And it's not the easiest thing to do. I admit it. I don't even know how I figured it out. But it's very clear to me. It's very clear. And if you can figure that out and figure out how to throw their system off, you can get a few steps ahead and buy yourself some time to do certain things that you might need to do. Like, let me give you a small example. I know that if 27 is on the clock, say it's 12:20, say it's 12:26, and I need to take a piss real bad. If I need to jump out and take a piss in the alley real quick, I'm not gonna do it when 12:27 is on the clock. I'll wait till 12:28, because at 12:27, someone's gonna be riding by on a bike. There's gonna be a random car riding by. There's gonna be someone walking a dog by me when 27 is on the clock. But when that 28 and 29 appears, it's gonna be clear. So I can pull out and take a leak, and they're not gonna see me. There's nothing to report. But if I do it when 27 is on the clock, they're there to surveil me so they can report it back to headquarters. You get what I'm saying? And that happens for people who don't know that they're being gang stalked. If you're in this program and they're surveilling you like this, usually they're not going to let you know that you're being surveilled. So they would have somebody walk by or do those things to me if I was really under investigation, but I wouldn't know that they were doing it. So they would catch me doing whatever I'm doing because I wouldn't know that, hey, 27's on the clock, I better not do it now. They made it very clear to me. So if they were really investigating me for some kind of crime or terrorism, they wouldn't make it obvious. They make it obvious because they're trying to antagonize. They're trying to instigate problems. They're trying to play psychological warfare on me. If you understand what I'm saying. All right, let me go down and check out. If you're using triggers to benefit triggers to benefit your condition, you have to. You have to. Notice some of the people following us have on emergency vests. It's more than just emergency vests. It's everybody. You need to go back and look at my video about the critical infrastructure, Anthony. It's everybody from all of these different factions of society. That's why we're so covered. Your buddy that works at Home Depot, your buddy that works at McDonald's, your buddy that drives for Uber, your buddy that drives the bus, your buddy that drives the 18-wheeler big rig truck on the highway with the CDL, your friend, your cousin, your sister that works in the hotel lobby, you're at the front desk, your auntie who is a probation officer, your little cousin who is your female cousin who's a CO at a jail. All of these people and all of these professions are all connected to this program. So even when they're not at work, they're still getting notifications about you. They can have a vest on. They can have it could be a drunk alcoholic that smokes meth and crack and drinks all day. He'll as well as a Wall Street broker who works who owns who has a hedge fund with $1 billion. You see what I'm saying? They'll all gang stalk you. That's the way it works. Do you believe that the world will change so dramatically that this will never happen again, like heaven on earth? I don't know. I think that humans are just evil. I think at the core, you have some human beings that are just plain out evil. Like, just to be able to think of a program like this to begin with. Like, me personally, I didn't even know something like this existed. I don't even have these thoughts in my mind, and I think that could be part of the reason why I'm gang stalked. I don't have enough evil in me. I don't think about harming other people all day long and ways to irritate, ways to hurt people, ways to kill people without, I don't have all of these antisocial thoughts about hurting people and harming people. You might not believe me, but I've never felt jealous of anybody in my life. I don't know what that feels like to feel jealous, so I don't know what that jealousy emotion can cause people to do. So I underestimated jealousy, and I always thought that everybody was just trying to live their best life and trying to strive. I didn't know that people felt like the only way that they can enjoy their life or have happiness and get salvation is to push other people into the ground or to see other people suffering. I had no idea of that way of thinking. I've never even done things to people purposely. If there's someone that's mad at me about something, it's because I was probably doing something for my personal interest, like maybe cheating on a woman, or maybe not sharing something that I have with someone. But there's not any instance where somebody could say I did something to them maliciously, trying to hurt them, trying to do something bad, trying to make them feel small, trying to make them feel jealous. I don't do none of that shit. And I think that because that's my nature, I don't have that nasty, evil, jealous, envious, this evil streak that a lot of people obviously have inside of them. I don't have that. So the people that's like me will be attacked. Now, I'm not saying I won't defend myself. I'm not saying I'm a coward, I'm a punk, none of that. I'm 6'2", over 220 pounds, athletic, strong. I don't, that's what I'm saying. I never dealt with people trying to intimidate me or trying to physically overpower me. I've never been abused by anybody in any kind of way. So I don't know about this kind of world. I've been thrown into this shit. So now I'm in here dealing with all these broken people, people with psychological problems, take medication. They've been abused, they've been beat down, and they want to spread that brokenness, and they project all that shit on other people. So it's like I'm being pulled down into the dirt, you know. And those of us who are like this, we have to try to adjust, because we're looking at the world a whole new way. I didn't know the world was this bad. I'm almost 40. I always say that I'm almost 40. And I'll be honest, I spent about 10 years kind of in a house. I was married with a kid, and I was just with my family. We spent our time at the beach. We didn't have to worry about a lot of finances and a lot of things that people had to desperately do. I didn't have to do. So I kind of was away from like the nature of today's people, kind of. You get what I'm saying? And now jumping into social media, jumping out into the world, these people are sick. And we who are not like that, we're being forced to have to adjust to a world where now they have the upper hand because of technology. These same people who would never have been able to get in contact with us, they would have never been able to affect us. Their jealousy, their bigotry, their hatred, their envy, all of those feelings and emotions, they would have to just keep that shit to themselves or just spread that around people that are close to them. But now they can spread all that negativity, all that evilness, all that envy and deceit and hate and low self-esteem. They can take all of that and use all of these devices and all this technology and their job clearances and shit like that, and spread that to people who are genuinely happy, genuinely have a light, genuinely have joy. They can use their darkness now, and spread that around society and hurt everyone else. All right, I'm gonna catch up on some of these real quick. I'm gonna go down some. All right, it says, bro, I know all too well. I remember someone watching, trying to figure it out. Man, exactly, bro. What you said about jealousy, you sound like my twin. Word. Yeah, man. That a lot of this is, I realize that it's jealousy. I believe that I'm in the program because of jealousy. An extremely jealous family member, a jealous ex-wife, and what I do believe is jealous law enforcement all worked together and decided to destroy me out of jealousy. Because mind you, there's nobody in this world that can say to you that I did something to them. I purposely did something to them to harm them. I have family members who don't mess with me, who stopped messing with me a long time ago, just because, like when I was a kid, I had a close-knit family, right? My family looked out for me. I didn't have a horrible life. Like some TIs say they were targeted their whole life. I had plenty of friends. I had plenty of girlfriends. I had a family structure. Not the best, but somewhat. I had a family structure. Uncles, a few aunts and all that. My grandmother. I had people around. And everything was cool. And, they loved me. Everything was fine. I went straight from high school into college. Everything was all good. But that's when the problem set in. And some of you TIs might want to think about that. Once I became an adult and started making my own decisions in life, and it didn't line up with what my family members probably thought I should be doing, oh, we want you to go to this school or live here or take this job or date this woman to do this. When I decided that I wasn't going to do those things and I wanted to do things that I want to do, that I want to choose in my life, that's when my family turned their backs on me and ultimately decided it'd be cool to jump in and start gang stalking me because they didn't have control of me. So my whole adult life, I really haven't even had a relationship with family because it seems like they figure if we can't control you, we don't want to fuck with you at all. And now with the technology, not only are we not going to fuck with you, we're going to get you in a gang stalking program and we're going to make your life horrible and miserable and try to tear you down. But then we're going to make it look like it's like that because you're not around us. When really not being around them is probably the only reason why I kept some sanity. And they just found a way to attack me without being in front of me. And I'm pretty sure for some people who have families like mine that may have connections to some power. I'm from Washington, D.C., guys. My family works in the government, like deep in the government, like 25, 30 years. Government jobs, NSA, Pentagon, Capitol Hill, the NSA, the Pentagon. That's my family and friends and people that I come up around. That's where I come from. So it's not hard for them to get somebody that comes from my origin to get me caught up in something like this just off of like family member hatred and jealousy and stuff like that. All right, let me catch up a little bit, guys. It says, well, that's true, bro. Yeah, Crystal. We are scapegoated. Yes, we are, Uncle Simp. I really feel that way. Because I'm telling you, man, there's no reason for anybody to have any personal animosity or need any vengeance to me because I haven't done anything to anyone. I swear to God, I promise. I'm not just saying this to you guys. Like, I haven't raped anybody, molested, touched anybody's children, stolen anything from people. Nothing. There's nothing that they can say that you've done this other than, like I said, maybe messing around with some women or different things, something that somebody might just feel a personal opinion about. If you're a Christian, you might be mad because I have sex without being married. So maybe you want to gang stalk me because of that. That's personal opinion. Oh, you might say, okay, you're 30 and your girlfriend is 23. That's too young. We're gonna gang stalk you. You're a predator. Let's spread around. This is a predator. His girlfriend's too young. See, it's not about you doing something actually wrong. For a lot of us, guys, a lot of us are being gang stalked because of people's personal opinions. Like think about Christians and Muslims. They think everybody should be living the way that they live by their principles. Look at sex the way they think you should look at sex. Look at family relationships and live your life the way they think you should live your life. And if you don't do it, we can gang stalk you. We think you're evil, and we'll put you in this program and justify it because you don't live the way we think you should live. And that's why I can't mess with organized religion, because they're carrying it like anybody who doesn't decide to live their way of life can be gangster. So that's why one reason why I don't like incorporating a lot of religion and spirituality in gang stalking, because that gives people who come from certain faiths, oh well, you're not following what Yahweh said. Oh well, you're sinning, so they can attack you. You're opening yourself up. No. We're not gonna do that. These are people with personal opinions about how you should live your life. There's a difference. There's a difference from actually doing certain human things that are just wrong based upon humanity, purposely trying to hurt someone, as opposed to their life under somebody else's oath or somebody else's belief system. So they decide that they can attack you because of that. I'm not accepting that. So that's why it's going along. I'm going to start separating spirituality and a lot of the religious belief systems away from this gang stalking stuff, because that gives too many options and gives too many, cover for bigots and hateful people to use their belief system on you as a reason to punish you when maybe you don't subscribe to their beliefs. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna catch up a little bit. We are scared. It says, well, true construct. Bingo. I think jealousy is the sole root of this program. Crystal, I agree with you. I couldn't agree with you more. I'm me personally. After 5 years of being aware of this, I've come to the conclusion that it's jealousy and nothing more. Let me give you guys. I'm getting off my list, but I'm just talking. Let me give you guys an example of something, right? Now I'm about to really keep it real with you guys here. Personal things you do on your phone, right? Now I'm a TI. I can go out here and date if I want it. Yeah, I can go out here and date. I can mess with women. I can have sex, put some work in, different things. Now, the only thing about that kind of stuff, guys, is they're going to control it. If you're a TI, you can date. You can even have friends and family, but these are going to be people under the control of the program. So you can fool yourself if you want to, and you think your lover, your friend, your buddy, or your family member are really all there for you and they with you. Believe me, this shit is very powerful, guys. The people that have betrayed me, if they can betray me, anybody can be betrayed. But believe what you will. Take it with a grain of salt. But let me tell you this real quick, guys. Damn, I lost my train of thought. Oh, man. I'm sorry I lost my train of thought. I had something I wanted to tell you guys. Let me just catch up on some of these. Demiurge, AI, Crystal, you're right. But in this AI, though, and it's so personal with this jealousy stuff, like I was saying. It's so personal, it makes me believe that it's a lot more than just a supercomputer and an AI. It's the stuff that the things that they do are in real time, and it's so much based on envy and jealousy. Let me give you an example. My cell phone, right? If I'm on my cell phone, I'm gonna say this is good because I want this on a live run back, so I want people to watch this and learn from this. I watch YouTube, right? I watch a lot of YouTube videos, right? And I think this could be another reason why I've speculated in the past why I could be targeted. Watching certain political views on YouTube or anywhere online could also get you targeted, right? It could open you up to this. Like if I watch certain videos right now on YouTube, right now, like I'm sitting in my car, if I was to watch something with a certain political view that has something to do with race, religion, Republicans, Democrats, crime, the police, whatever it is, if I'm watching something on my personal phone or my personal internet that I pay for every single day, and maybe inside of an apartment, inside of my car, in a hotel room, at my job, in my earphones, they will send the police around. I was watching a video a few months ago, sitting in a hotel parking lot, waiting on an Uber, waiting to do an Uber, and I started watching this video that was about a police officer that murdered a woman that he was having an affair. It was a white police officer, and he murdered a black woman that he was having an affair with. He shot a bullet through her window while she was asleep. And I was getting ready to just watch a video about that. Someone was commenting on it. So the police come over and start harassing me. They pull up to my car, check out my tags. They ask me to roll the window down. And they do this all the time. Anytime that I might watch something that may be a little controversial, especially if it pertains to like civil rights stuff, racial things, they really go crazy with that out here in this Atlanta, Georgia area. They go crazy if I watch anything on my phone, my personal phone, not share it, not tell everybody else about it. If I watch something on my phone that they don't like, they'll do extreme noise campaigns. They'll send the police around. They'll do noise campaigns with sirens. They'll send the police around to flash lights on my car. They'll do things to let me know that they don't like the personal video on YouTube. They don't like the politics of the video that I'm watching. They treat it as if, mind you, I'm gonna keep saying this, I'm getting ready to be 40. I'm pretty much raised a kid. You get what I'm saying? Myself. So, I'm getting ready to be 40. These people monitor my phone, and then they do shit in real life as a reaction as to what I'm watching and what I'm learning and what I'm researching, as if I'm being influenced. Like, as if I'm like a 12-year-old kid, impressionable teenager, watching videos or watching shit with a bad influence, and the person's video that I'm watching, the things that they're saying is going to influence me. So now I'm going to go here and I'm going to act like that. You get what I'm saying? Like if I'm watching, let me give you an example. Like, say I'm watching somebody that you all know. Say I'm watching like a what's that guy's name? Mike Jones, something Jones, the conspiracy guy. I think his name was Mike Jones, something like that. Like if I watch his video or Seth Rogen, this is somebody you guys know, and they got a certain political view, and if the person that's monitoring my phone, these hackers, these national security NSA employees, these agents, FBI, local law enforcement, part of the terrorist task force, all this shit right here, all these people that are monitoring my phone, like the ones that are monitoring this live, that's making sure no perps come by. My phone has been sitting here now for over an hour, and you haven't seen shit going on in front of my phone. This never happens, guys. These are cowards. This stuff is in real time, and we're living in the Truman Show. Because look how they could just cut it off at a light switch. But anyway, they monitor my phone, and if they don't like what I got, what I'm watching in my phone, they'll try to do like punishments. I'm a grown old man. I'm almost 40. And they think that they're going to punish me or give me some kind of negative effect based upon content. Not even porn, not even, we're talking YouTube or TikTok or Instagram. If I'm watching a video of something that they don't agree with, they think they can make noise campaigns. They'll send the police, they'll send car alarms, helicopters, all kinds of shit around me to make a ruckus to show me that they don't approve of what I'm doing on my phone. Now let me get to the porn. Let me get to the pornography. Now this is I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. Sorry I'm not catching up on the comments, guys. I just got a lot that I need to try to get out that I want to talk to you guys about. And anything that you might have missed, if you're getting in here late, the playback will be posted. You can always check it out. But there's a lot of stuff that I want to get out that I can't do in video because I don't have the time. I'm out here fighting for my life every day in this game, stalking. I work and I got so much stuff in my phone, I don't have memory to edit. But let me talk to you about the pornography, guys. Now, this is one thing. Now, they do keep us from sexual relationships. They try to stop us from meeting women, even meeting friends, anybody. So sometimes, I'll still do that. I know that any woman that I'm dealing with typically are honeypots that they've sent me. You understood? Give me a second, guys. All this talking, I gotta spit. Mind you, you're not seeing anybody going past me gang stalking. This never happens in my life, guys. But anyway, let me tell you. So if I watch a porn in my joint, right? So I'm not gonna get out here and mess with all these honeypots. I'm not gonna be out here chasing women as a targeted individual the way I might have done when I was younger, which could also be one of the reasons why I'm targeted out of sexual jealousy as well. If they're looking in your phone and they're looking at your pictures, they're hacking in your stuff. If they look in your phone and you're a little too well endowed, more than they are, or something, sorry to get crass on you guys, a little vulgar, but sex is something that really makes people jealous. And if they're looking in your phone and they're hacking and they're looking at all your personal stuff and all the websites and they see you got women and you're sleeping with women and having a good time and you're doing things they can never do, that's going to bring a lot more jealousy and envy and gang stalking. Flat out. There's some guys that can't do what other guys can do, but it's something called penis envy. And if they got access to the program, though, they can kind of even things out and try to make something we used to say back in the day called cock blocking. They can cock block the hell out of you using this program. You got an ex-wife, ex-girlfriend. She does her homegirl's hair. Her homegirl might be a secretary for somebody in the FBI. So that FBI agent, she's his secretary, she can ask for a favor to get you gang stalked, man. And that's just because your girlfriend, you might have cheated on your girlfriend and she told her friend. Now her friend is a secretary of an FBI agent. Now your life is destroyed because a woman is scorned. Or a man, if you want to do it the other way. You see what I'm saying? So let me give you guys a quick example. So sometimes I'll look at porn, right? I go online just like anybody else. If you want to get that urge out, you don't want to walk around with that sexual energy because it can be dangerous to be sexually frustrated. You're being irritated. You're being deprived of meeting women and just having a normal relationship with somebody. And you're being irritated. You're being gang stalked. They're playing with your money. They're attacking every aspect of your life. So you're already frustrated. And then there's a different kind of frustration that comes with being sexually frustrated and deprived. So you might want to look at some porn. Go ahead and take care of that real quick. Get that out the way. Get that out your mind. Okay, say they don't like the porn that you're looking at. Oh, well, we don't like the fact that you look at this kind of porn. So we're gonna mess with the internet connection. Oh, we're gonna go make a bunch of noise, and we're gonna go send a leaf blower outside your window. We're gonna have noise campaigns and helicopters and all this shit to kind of try to ruin that moment for you, right? I've heard other TIs over the years say that they were doing this to them, and I almost didn't believe it. Saying they would be in their room watching porn or something, and they will be reacting to the porn that you're watching or as soon as you watch. Okay, so I said this, right? Let me listen here. Now, this is important, guys. Listen to this. I might be losing some people. I'm not trying to be crass. I'm not trying to be, but I really want to show you guys the depth. And if I don't give you everything, you're not going to really understand how deep and how disgusting and perverted they really are. So, hear me out. If I decide, okay, I'm not going to get on the internet and look at porn, but I still do have the urge, I want to get that, get that feeling gone, right? I want to take care of that. I'm a grown man. I'm regular, healthy, normal man. I only deal with regular, healthy, consenting adults. Nothing illegal, no children, nothing crazy, right? But check this. So I say, let me get offline, and maybe I'll just watch some shit on my own phone offline. So, right? So just download a few things you might want to watch. Okay, I'll compromise. I know you guys are hacked into my phone. You watch everything I do. I don't care if you see that I'm watching porn. Screw you. I don't care about anything that you guys look at my phone. I'm not going to do anything here that I will be embarrassed to admit publicly. Take that away from them, guys. There could be nothing that you're doing in your life that they could use against you. There could be no embarrassment. At this point, you guys just come to the point where no one has privacy anymore, and everything needs to be out in the open. So don't do shit that they can use against you. So I've already made that adjustment. There's nothing you can say or do that I could be embarrassed about. So anyway, I go offline to do certain things. They have a way now, which I still haven't figured out. Maybe somebody can help me out with my Android. Now, the Android that I do use is old and outdated, and the software might be a little outdated. But they somehow are able to monitor what I'm doing, even with no Bluetooth is on, no Wi-Fi, everything is off. They've been able to monitor what I do on my phone, even when I'm off the internet with the shit on airplane mode. So if they don't like the porn that I watch offline, they start doing all this crazy shit, making noises and they'll wait until I stop. Literally, guys. Like the moment that I pick it up, they'll start doing a crazy noise, doing whatever they want to do, all the way. Then once I'm finished, everything's done, all of a sudden it goes quiet. This is what they do to me. This would drive somebody crazy if they didn't understand this shit. So, and then what they'll do is they'll give you hints to let you know that they've been monitoring it, right? So if I'm looking at something where maybe it was a woman twerking, and maybe she had on some little shorts, maybe some cut off shorts, and she was shaking her butt. Who cares? Whatever. I know some of y'all are really like, Christianed up and God, and cover your ears on all this part. I'm just keeping it real, guys. It is what it is. So if I watch a woman that has on a pair of blue shorts and she's shaking and dancing, doing some sexual stuff, when I go to work, there'll be 5 women in those same pants, or there'll be a pair of shorts like that laying on the ground next to the entrance of my job. You get what I'm saying? Just to let me know and to try to make me feel uncomfortable. That's the biggest thing about it, is they call themselves trying to change your behavior by trying to shame you and make you feel shame about things that you shouldn't even feel shamed about. I don't have any shame. I'm not a criminal. I'm not involved in crime. I don't have a criminal. I don't have stuff that I've done that they can use against me and try to shame me. So they try to make up stuff as they go along. And they'll just reach and grab at little things and try to use those little things as a reason. Hey, this is why we're doing this to you. You get what I'm saying? Let me give you an example. Like at my job, they play games where I have a job. I'm not going to say exactly what it is, right? But I pretty much, it's a low job. I go there, I just clean it up and close it down at night, right? And there's multiple locations I do this at. So what they'll do if they call themselves trying to punish me, right? Like right now, we're going through something where we're going through a change. I'm not going to go into too much depth, but we're going through a change in this Game Stalking program. And those of you who go through this shit for a long period of time, you'll notice that you'll go through different changes. It's like phases of growing up. right? Like it's like as you grow up, you go through puberty, you go through menopause, you go through different things in your life. Well, right now we're going through some changes in my game stalking program as I'm making certain changes in life, and they have to adjust because they've become used to certain things. They're used to you being shut in. They're used to you being a little more reserved. They're scared of being embarrassed or different things. Once you start making changes, they start attacking harder with their attack. Once you start, it's called growing pains. So we're going through something like that right now, growing pains. So they'll do certain things when I start asserting my freedom, asserting my autonomy, because you guys aren't going to make me feel like a criminal. You're not going to make me feel like I've done anything wrong, because I haven't. So once you start living that way and walking in that kind of confidence, they get antsy. So they'll do shit like they do what they've been doing in my job. So if they can't hurt you financially, they'll try to hurt the people around you. Okay, let me explain this to you. I'm going to use 2 examples. Guys, I'm just talking in this live. I'm not reading comments much. You guys can talk amongst each other. I do read them when I can, but I really got to just flow right now. I got to let this stuff out. I got to get this out because it's been a while. So just hear me out. So what they do is they'll try to punish you, right? Now, if you are a person that's controlled, you got a job that you like. They control you like a lot of these perps, right? You got a nice job. You really love your job. They're going to try to hold that against you, right? You want to keep that nice job, right? You better not do this. You better not do that. Or we're going to take this from you. We're going to take that from you. But as a TI, I learned a long time ago, you got to set your life up in a way that they can't really hold a lot of leverage against you. They can't take shit from you. You got to set your life up where, you know, if it's something they do take from you, you don't mind losing it. You got to make some sacrifices in this gang stalking program. You can't have everything you want the way you want it. Like, you can't have a job you like and you enjoy and you can work there at peace and make all the money in the world and be a TI. You're going to have to sacrifice something. You're going to have to say, okay, I'm making good money, but I'm going to be gang stalked on this job and I don't have no control, but I'm making good money. Or you can say, well, I might not be making good money on this job, but ownership, they understand my plight to an extent, or the gang stalking is not as possible at this job because of the way it's set up, but I might not make the money I want. You got to make certain sacrifices, unfortunately. We can't compare our lives to everybody else. Sure, if I wasn't being gang stalked, guys, go look at some of my shorts. I still would be riding around in BMWs. I still would be vacationing. I still would be on the beach. I still would be enjoying life the way I was enjoying it before gang stalking happened. But they got to knock some of us off. If they think you don't deserve a certain life, your own family will do you in. Your own jealous family member who might not be living the kind of life you're living, shit, they'll get with the system and tear you down just to feel better. So you guys be careful. But if I wasn't going through this, I'd be living a great life. But I can't do that. Because of this gang stalking program, I know I'm being held back. So I might not be able to work the job I want to work and make all the money that I want to make, but I'm going to work a job that I can work and still control the gang stalking to a certain extent. If you understand what I'm saying, you got to sacrifice a little bit. So what they do is they'll do shit like kind of like like quote unquote like boycott. Like they won't come into the job and spend no money, right? And so after a while, even though you've done nothing wrong, it'll make the ownership, especially if it's a private owned business. I work with a private owner. That's kind of important too, guys. I'll get back to that. But they want to try to hurt the business to make the ownership look at you as if you might be a problem, as if you've done something wrong, right? So they'll hurt the person around you. So maybe the ownership may say, well, look, I like you. You're the best worker I have. You're really working hard. You show up on time. You do everything you're supposed to do here. And I got no complaints. But my business is hurting, right? Because no one's coming in here. And if you're the reason why, that person could just let you go because their business is being hurt. And it's a business. It's not a friendship. So gang stalkers understand that sophisticated way of thinking, guys. So if they can't hurt you directly or tell the business owner or management to fire you or hurt that business just to hurt you, to hopefully get you fired, to make it look like you're not worth being there. You being there is more of a problem than you. Well, how can I say this? To make it look like you being there is a problem more than it is a positive. So maybe you are there doing good work, good customer service. You do your job great, but no, there's the business is being boycotted because you're a TI, and the gang stalking program feels like you're starting to make too much money. You're starting to take care of yourself a little too well. You're starting to be able to afford meals, or you're eating better. You're getting better sleep. You're starting to live a normal life, even though you're working like a slave. You're working hard. You're not even making any money, but they don't even want you to have that. You're supposed to be under a bridge somewhere, eating out of a trash can, or if you do have a job, they're supposed to be able to harass you to no end. They're supposed to have complete control over you at that job. They're supposed to be able to hurt you, harass you, control your money. They're supposed to have the coworkers gang stalk you, play mind games with you. And if they can't do these things, if you are an experienced TI and you set shit up for yourself enough where it makes it hard for them to gang stalk you, they'll just hurt the business. And if they can't hurt the business, they'll do what they've been doing with me. They'll threaten. All of a sudden you'll keep finding matches or lighters. You'll keep finding a lighter in the same spot every day at the job you go there. There happens to be a lighter there. That's a veiled threat saying we'll burn this motherfucker down if we can't gang stalk you properly through this business. That's what I want you guys to understand, how deep it is. You know, while I was doing deliveries for Uber Eats and DoorDash and all that, they gang stalked the shit out of me. All the addresses I went to was 27. I get gang stalked at all the food, all the places I go to pick food up. Everywhere, everything they'll gang stalk at every aspect of it. And I've shown you that for years on my page. So I decided to go work a job. They find a way to gang stalk me on the job, right? Y'all get those likes up for me too, by the way. If y'all still talking amongst each other, that's cool. I'm not really reading comments right now. I'm just talking right now. I'm going to catch up in a second. But if y'all can do me a favor, I got 30-something people in here. If y'all can hit the like button for me. I know it's been a while, guys. I got a lot to get off my chest. That's why I'm just talking and I'm not really interacting that much. So I hope you're following along. I will keep this up as a playback, just to give you guys a little bit of, those who might be just getting in the room. I'm sitting here. I'm sitting at this hotel parking lot, guys, and it's a sporting event that was over. I don't know, not too long ago. All of these cars, I was here when it was started earlier, and all these people were here going to that event. I'm sitting here with my phone recording, and now all of a sudden, no one comes in the parking lot. I've been sitting here now for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours maybe. As long as this live has been going, I've been here for 20 minutes before I started this live. If you can see how long this live has been. There's been nobody here. There's only probably been 2 cars that drove past me, and I've seen nobody walking. Guys, I spent 2 weeks right here in this spot when my car was broke down a few weeks ago. They gang stalked the shit out of me over here. There was so many cars riding by, back and forth. All of them were time coordinated in my program. You guys have been watching this live. I had the camera just sitting here all this time. Let me show you. There is no movement. They're so cowardly, guys. Look at this. Nothing is happening. No one's moving. Nothing is. All these cars, these people are not at this hotel. They went to the game, guys. Give me a second. This really just goes to show you just how cowardly and sick this program is. Look how they were able to just shut the whole program down, guys. They were able to just shut the whole program down and just nothing happened at all. Or they could just completely harass the shit out of me nonstop to no end, and it's just nothing I could do about it. This is really sick, guys. There's no movement, and this never happens, guys. I'm gonna read some comments. Hotels and motels are the worst for this stuff. As long as I have been followed, they will never show it if they can help it. Trying to make us look like there's nothing wrong. Hey, who said that? Jamie Sunshine. You're right. I mean, I've never seen this. 4 years ago, I went back to my hometown. I went back to the city I grew up in, in particular, the town that I grew up in, right? There was no gang stalking while I was there. And this was 4 years ago. And that's the only time in the past 5 years that I've been able to be somewhere longer than 5 minutes without gang stalking taking place. So now, with this live that I'm doing right here, I gave a 20-minute warning, right? I said, boom, I'm going live at 11:43. That's when this shit started. At 11:23 is when I put the notification out. So they did have 20 minutes to go ahead and shut everything down. But this right here should be a teaching moment for you guys, because this shows you how real time all of this is. I got a lot of videos that I want to show you guys of the things they do on the road. Is there so much that I want to show you? The only reason that I did park over here also is so I could use some free Wi-Fi for the phone that I'm going live with, and I can use my personal phone to see the comments and do other shit with. But next time I do this, I'm going to park somewhere where there's a lot of foot traffic, where there's like no way they can, but I was debating on that. I was going to park over near the busy gas station up there. But the reason why I didn't do it, I wanted to use some Wi-Fi. So I came over here near this hotel. So anyway, let me look at my list. I'm not going to go too much longer. I'm going to read some of these comments. I'm gonna look at my list and see what I missed, and I'm gonna cut it at some point. We got 33 people in here. Hit that like button for me again. Let me read some of these comments, guys. Give me a second. Man, I can't believe this. I mean, they just turned it off like a light switch, guys. We are literally in a Truman Show. Guys, never let anybody discourage you and tell you anything different about this gang stalking. This looks so different than all these videos that I have in my phone showing you what these people do all the time. And just because they're doing this shit right here, I'm going to show you the video that I have here. I have many videos in this very spot of what they usually do when they're not expecting me to record. But I'll make that video because it is live. All right, but let me read some comments. It says they won't help. It says, I wonder if it needed medical attention with the EMS. If we need a medical attention, I think they would help us, but they would do. I don't know. I think they would do dirty stuff though, because they gang stalk the hell out of us out on the streets with the sirens every day, the light flashing. They do all the gang stalking. But I don't know. That's a good question. Just try to stay out of an ambulance if you can. You don't want to go to jail. You don't want to be in a medical emergency. Anything where they got complete control. These people are sick, guys. It is very creepy and it's really sick that the fact that they're doing no gang stalking right now while I got this thing on live. I haven't even heard any noise campaigns. They're so sick, guys. Look how they could just leave you alone if they want to. If they would just leave me alone like this, I would be a millionaire. I would be helping out disadvantaged people. I would be helping people. My life would be so much better, and I would be able to make other people's lives better. But instead, they want to use this program to destroy me, and hope that I can go out here and destroy other people. Because this shit is so... Look how they can just leave me alone. There's no gang stalking that I've been dealing with here for the past hour or so that I've been doing this live, guys. If they could just do this like this, come on, man. These things make me so, it's so sickening. It makes you sick of humanity and America in general, because it's like, this is the kind of shit our country would do to us. They try to make me seem crazy. It's like the fact that they do so much to me. If I was a woman, I would cry. They do so much to me, guys, out here every day. And just to show that I could sit here on this live for this long period of time, 2 cars drove past me. A lot of times I sleep in my van. I do the van life thing. They drive cars past me all day, every minute. It's cars whizzing by, making as much noise as possible, loud trucks, the police, everybody. And I mean, it flows like a faucet, water coming out of a faucet. But, and that's guys, it's around the clock. It never stops. It's 24/7. But now that I have a live going on and I can expose this shit, they do literally nothing. This and you guys just don't know what I'm experiencing right now seeing this. It's unbelievable. These are some really sick bastards, and everybody around your community, you don't owe them anything, guys. You don't owe them any sympathy, any forgiveness, any love. These people are trying to kill us. This is a slow kill program. If I was any other kind of man, I probably would have committed suicide based on things that they've done to me. Shit, just the things they've done to me in the past month. Most people would have slit their wrists. The back of the vehicle that I'm in right now got destroyed about a week and a half ago. Destroyed. Right now, my shit is all messed up. I need to replace that whole back door of my van. You know why? Because of gang stalking. Something that they did that caused me to have to drive somewhere down, do a drive when I shouldn't have been, and had to destroy my vehicle like you wouldn't believe. Because of gang stalking. You know, the sick things that they do. All right, let me go down these comments a little bit. These niggas tap on the walls anytime. Hey, Zero Stratus. Yes, they tap on the walls. The last time I had an apartment was 2020. I refuse to live in an apartment, and pay for an apartment, and live somewhere and be gang stalked every day, be hit by do weapons and all that. I gotta keep it moving. But that might change soon. But I think that won't be until I'm out of the country. I can't see myself paying rent or mortgage or any of that kind of shit in the United States and be gang stalked, paying property taxes, paying rent, mortgage, any of that, and be gang stalked. Just like we pay taxes, we're paying taxes, and they're taking our tax money and giving it to these fucking degenerates to gang stalk us out here every day, to do what they can do, just to do their one little small part to try to push us into suicide or try to push us into some kind of violent reaction, into some violent end. And we pay taxes to fund them to do this to us. And look at this shit right here. They can just turn it off at a moment's notice. They just turn it off. Nobody's out here gang stalking me. They got these people on a string like that. So why aren't I like that? Why aren't I like these people? Why aren't I sick and evil and demented and sneaky? Why aren't I like that then? Obviously, that's the way you're supposed to be. All the people that got the wealth, the money, the authority, the power, and control, they're all liars. They're sneaky. They're untrustworthy. Being in this gang stalking program will show you that. They're all liars. All these cops, lawyers, everybody, they're lying, sneaky pieces of shit. Excuse my language, it's a little emotional here. And I'm none of these things. All these look at the news. All these molesters, raping, killing, murdering. And I am in a program where they can turn it off in a switch and control all these people. So they're obviously not doing this out of some emotion or some passionate hate for me or some passionate feeling because of something that I've done. They obviously can just be turned off at a moment's notice and not do anything. You see what I'm saying? So don't feel bad. Don't let these spiritual people, religious people, self-righteous son of bitches, nobody make you feel bad about who you are, T.I. These people are doing this out of their own personal envy and hate and jealousy. These people are sick. And a lot of you are probably like me. You're healthy. You're not sick. You're not angry. You're not mad. You're not hateful. You're not vengeful. And they want to make you that way. And don't let them do it. Despite all this shit they've been doing to me, I still feel great every day. I still don't hate people. I don't get mad at people until I'm reminded when I wake up that I'm in a gang stalking program. I don't even wake up in the morning and think about gang stalking until they remind me of it. It's not on my heart. It's not in my soul. It's not in my spirit. When I learned that these people do this kind of thing, that they're involved in this, their opinions, their thoughts, their ideas, all that, it means as much to me as some dirt on the bottom of my shoe. You have no credibility with me. You might have more money, you might be in a good position of authority, whatever. But the way anybody in society feels about anything that I do, say, wear, look, smell, talk, walk, it doesn't matter. Because they do this shit. They do this. Gang stalking to people. And I don't. So I'm a better person. And there's nothing you can say about it. And I got the moral high ground, and I got a moral advantage, and I'm gonna use that, and I'm not gonna be hateful and vengeful and angry like them. They even hate their own race. Yeah, they hate their own race. Man, I'm black. These black people out here gang stalk more than any, and the black people gang stalk with glee. They gang stalk with a certain level of joy. It's almost like they're happy that they finally get an opportunity and authority to do what they can to make somebody else's life miserable with the backing of our government, with the backing of the system, with the backing of the authorities. They get to do something dirty and devious and nasty to somebody else, and they get the benefit of it. You know what I'm saying? That's just the times that we're living in. The people are that way. They're trash. It's nothing but garbage out here. I don't care what kind of car they have, what kind of house. You're a piece of shit driving a Benz. You're garbage. You smell like a dumpster driving down the street in a nice Tahoe truck. Who cares? I'm not impressed. I drive a fucking hoopty. I drive a big wheel. I don't care about any of that. You see what I'm saying? Now that I know about this program, nothing else matters. It doesn't matter. You could be the best person. You could be the best, hardest working, well-dressed, keep yourself up, looking good, treat everybody nice. But as long as this program is here, you can be thrown in that program and all of those good things don't matter. Doesn't matter what you do. You can be straight-laced, doing everything perfectly fine, minding your business, busting your ass, working a job, not even making no real money. The moment you step outside of that job, they're gang stalking you. They're gang stalking you the whole time you're there. They're doing everything they can do to hurt you, humiliate you, hurt your feelings, bring your morale down. I don't want to hear nothing that nobody got to say about anything. But now, I don't walk around angry and mad and upset. But you better believe there's no opinions in the world that could ever matter to me whatsoever. I could care less about what anyone thinks, and that's because of this gang stalking program. I've seen everybody that I've seen participates, guys. There's nobody that's off I mean, it's rare. I really can probably count on my hand in the past 5 years anybody that I've came across that didn't participate. So that just lends me to believe that society is falling. It's falling. The people are falling. They're very low, and somehow I didn't fall into this shit, and I'm being attacked because of it. So I don't there's no shaming of anything. They can never make me feel bad about anything, especially if they put you in certain positions where you have to do certain things. Sometimes you might have to do a little dirt sometimes because of the shit that they do to you and put you in. And then they want to try to shame you about certain things and try to make you feel bad about stuff. That's the shit that boggles my mind the most. All the things that they've done to me over at least the past 5 years. And then every now and then, if I do something that they might catch from watching me every fucking second, they think they can shame me or do little things as if I'm going to feel some kind of way about it. I wish I could really say how I feel about it, but there's certain things you just can't say on the internet. There's certain things that I just can't say. There's so many things that I can't say to you guys. I feel like that Kanye West song, I'm not loving you the way I want to. It's so much more that I could say to you guys and tell you guys and do videos about. It's just some shit is too dangerous for one. And secondly, this gang stalking community is not like a lot of support, financial support. Those of us who step out and tell our story and do things, we get support here and there. I mean, you got to literally probably be on your deathbed begging for money, about to die, starving to death before TIs, anybody will really send you any cash or any support you like that. So it's not like a lot of support. So we can't really go in and really talk the way we want because, again, like I said, I get day-to-day punishments for doing any of this stuff. You know, like for instance, I worked my job today. Nobody came in there. They said one person came in and spent money. That's just when I'm there. But it's supposed to make it look like to ownership that there's a problem with me when it's really just mobbing, reverse mobbing. It's gang stalking. That's what it really comes down to. Let me see what you guys say here. It says money, nothing, and they checks is free, unfortunately. Christ was gang stalked. Yeah, you know that's right. I think about it when I want to laugh. Look at it like this. I'm only better because I'm worthless and they're wasting their life. Right? It's crazy. I can't explain it. Just the fact that you see nobody in this parking lot all this time is enough to show you how sick and vile your average everyday person is out here. And God damn it, don't let them get a house. If these people own a piece of property, oh my God, you can forget. They will gang stalk you to the ends of to hell. If they own a house, let them own something, or let them get a nice car. They sold this, they will gang stalk you like their life depends on it. They feel like they are the lords of the earth, the lords of the universe. They make them feel that way when they own a home. So when you're a TI and you're in their neighborhood, right? Oh, we got a person in the neighborhood that might bring down your housing value by you just being parked at the gas station picking up a soda. They're gonna come gang stalk you because they gotta protect the neighborhood from crime that might bring down the value of their housing. So they're so gung-ho because they gotta look out for self-interest, right? Yeah. It's people are under certain psyops that you guys won't understand the motivations that's pushing these people out here to do it. And again, yeah, you get it. What we got says, I'm not that fucking important. Who the fuck pays for this shit? Who is the effing bored in their life? Yeah, I don't know, Crystal. You just gotta understand that I think that we really underestimate how sick society is and how sick and weak and just like these people really are. They're sick, they're weak, they're desperate. Some of them are physically sick. They got medication they gotta pay for. They have certain things and they need that little extra money. So it's like dog eat dog. It's like, fuck you. I'll gang stalk you. Whatever these people tell me to do to you, I'll do it for my own survival. So we got to start understanding that these people are doing this stuff some out of desperation. So they'll do anything. They can't pay for these houses. I got gang stalked real heavy in South Florida. You should see the houses these people live in, the gated communities, the homes, the lives they live, and they're gang stalking. This shit is they're under a psyops. They've been convinced that in order for them, this is how they keep the people who have things away from the people that are being targeted, who've had everything taken from them. They're letting them believe, they're making sure they understand that in order for them to keep that lifestyle, for them to be able to live the way they live, to drive that big stupid ass truck, to live in that house, that gated community, to be able to have that privilege that they feel that they have. They don't even own the house anyway. Let them miss a couple tax payments or some shit in their house. It's gone. But they've been convinced that they have to continue to treat us like this. We got to be pushed into the ground. We got to be driven to suicide. We got to be driven into jail. We got to be driven into mental institutions in order for them to be able to live behind a gated community, to drink Fiji water, to be able to go to Whole Foods instead of having to go to Aldi's, to be able to drive, instead of being on the bus, to be able to live in a neighborhood where there's no crime and manicured lawns and shit, as opposed to living in a hood where everybody's knifing each other up. But at the end of the day, both people are gang stalking, but they've been brainwashed and they're under psyops to believe in order for them to maintain their lifestyle, they have to hurt us. If you look at the movie the show called The Wire, it comes on HBO. The very beginning of that show is a song that says you got to keep the devil down in the hole. Go look it up. It's called The Wire. It comes on HBO. It used to come on HBO. It comes from the city of Baltimore. And the theme song says you got to keep the devil way down in the hole. So they look at it as we're the devil, and they got to keep us in a hole. They got to surveil us, watch everything we do. They got to get on our phones. You can't get on Tinder. You can't get on a website and meet a woman. They're gonna jump in. They're gonna intercept all your data. They're gonna intercept messaging. They're gonna hack into your phone. Guys, they hack into my phone and try to punish me based upon things that I do in my phone that has nothing to do with them, guys. They try to punish me based upon political videos that I might watch on YouTube that whoever happens to be monitoring me doesn't agree with. if they don't like the porn that I watch, not even on the internet. If it's downloaded on my phone and I decide to watch it, again, they found a way. I need someone to tell me how they're doing this, but they have a way, and it's not Bluetooth because I got that turned off, to monitor and even sometimes control my phone when I'm offline. They I don't know. Somehow they're doing it. They want complete and utter domination, complete, utter control. Everything, everything has to be under their control with me. Like they feel as though they're gonna control. They don't. I'm sorry, it's hard to explain this, guys. Like they really feel as though it's their duty to make sure I don't watch certain YouTube videos. Think about like a parent who wants to put parental controls on your stuff so you don't get influenced, right? But I think what they're doing is they're trying to say that I'm being, or you or me, we get indoctrinated. If we watch certain videos, we're being radicalized or we're being indoctrinated. So then they can go report to Google, or in the Google report to the FBI, InfraGard, or NASA, or I mean not NASA, but the NSA, or the PRISM program that NSA uses, where they report what their users are doing on their services. So if I'm sitting here watching 9/11 conspiracy videos all day on YouTube, or if I'm watching Black Lives Matter type of content, they're gonna label me as a black identity extremist, and they're gonna say that I might commit domestic terrorism. So therefore now they can strip all my rights away. So now if I'm away from my vehicle, they can legally come into my vehicle and search all around my vehicle, do what they want to do, and say that they're doing it for national security. They're trying to see if I'm trying to steal something, when in actuality it could just be my jealous ex-girlfriend had a friend that works for somebody in the FBI, and she's scorned and mad at me, so she wants to ruin my life and they use this program. And I'm pretty sure this is happening to many people who might have dated someone and one of their family members or somebody got you in this program because they don't like the way their relationship ended or shit like that. You get what I'm saying? It's not necessarily you've done something particularly wrong, you're spiritually messed up and all this other shit. It's not always the case. Sometimes it's just pure hate, envy, jealousy, or somebody wanting to control you. And like I said, in my opinion, it comes down to a very close family member, law enforcement, and my ex-wife. I believe it's a ball of that. You get what I'm saying? Or the only other thing it could be is the legal shit. You get what I'm saying? They're using, you watch these videos on YouTube, put them on a watch list, and destroy his life. But that just seems far-fetched. Because they started gang stalking me way before I even said a word, guys. I was only watching videos when I got gang stalked. I wasn't already making videos and talking about conspiracy theories and none of that shit. All right, I'm rambling a little bit. Let me look at some of these comments and look at my notes, because it's stuff I want to talk to you guys about, but I just got off track. Let me see. Okay, here's something I want to discuss with you guys. So like I told you guys, the gang stalking is very bad in my neighborhood, right? I can't go to a drive-through. I can't go to, they're going to flood the line. They're going to hold the line up and move it at a snail's pace. It's barely going to move. They're going to try to coordinate to get me to the window with 27. They're going to do all this goofy shit. I can't even just go through a drive-through to get food. I can't walk inside to get food. They're going to flood it. They're going to make a big line. They're going to do all kind of shit. Ignore me like I'm not there. I'm about to give you guys a good example of all that real quick, right? So that's what they do around the area, right? I go to the gas station, they're gonna flood the gas station with people. They're gonna mob me. I go to the convenience store, they're gonna mob me. When they give me, I pay cash for everything now because I always might need to get a refund because of bad treatment. So whenever they give me my change, every single time, all of a sudden, no one knows how to count change, right? This is something they added to the program. Just think about this, guys. The police and these people in these think tanks, they sit down as groups of people and devise and think about ways to irritate and ways to try to piss us off, so we will hurt somebody in the community that they're trying to protect, the community they love so much they're sworn to serve, but they want to sit down and devise plots and plans to do things to certain people in the community that may cause them to act violently to hurt somebody in that same community just to get that one person off the streets. But they love the community so much, and these are the authorities that people entrusted with that kind of power. Wow. But anyway, so they do all this shit to me in the neighborhood, right, guys? They do all this to me in the neighborhood. So I say, all right, then I'm gonna start just ordering all my stuff from now on, for the most part, right? Everything that I go to these stores to get, instead of getting held up in the lines, they hide the things that I like to order. They'll hide them. I mean, things I like to buy all the time, it'll be hidden, or might even bring somebody into the store to replace it with something that's been poisoned to make it look like it hasn't been opened. Or these people, they got a lot of resources, guys, and they send people to watch what we're buying so they can do shit. They're doing it for a reason. So anyway, I decided I'm gonna start just getting all my stuff delivered. Y'all just bring the food to me. The last straw was this restaurant that I go to up here all the time. I spend a lot of money there, and so I start going inside so they can't play with me in the drive-thru so much. I'm standing there, and they won't acknowledge me, right? I'm just standing there. As a TI, you guys know the feeling, so they won't say shit to me. But then as soon as somebody else walks in, they run right up to them. You guys, they try to do that on purpose. Again, I know it's mind games. I know it's not real. But they do this shit just to try to piss you off. They set it all up. So that day, I got a video of it. I'm still debating on whether or not I'm going to post that video because I don't like showing myself pissed off. I always like to show myself cool and calm when I do videos to try to represent TIs a certain way, as calm and cool. So anyway, that was the last straw. As much money as I spend there, I haven't been back there. I'm not giving them no more money. And I just started getting all my food brought to me on deliveries, right? I go ahead and just pay the fee so that I don't have to pay delivery fees anymore. So I just pay the monthly fee. So I'll just use Grubhub, DoorDash, Uber Eats, whatever, and just have everything brought to me. Groceries, anything I need, all my shit. If I don't feel like dealing with them, I'll just have it bring it to me. And you guys know what? That has reduced my stress levels by probably 30%. My day-to-day life is nowhere near as stressful as it has been over the past 4 or 5 years now that I stopped using the local shit. Stop going to their drive-thrus. Stop going to their stores. Stop letting them mob you, every time you want to walk into the 7-Eleven to go buy your shit. Just have it brought to you. You see what I'm saying? But now let me tell you guys the trick to that. They always are about adjusting. You guys got to remember, the people that are doing this shit to us, that thinks about all of these sick programs, these are law enforcement, ex-military. They have a certain mindset. It's all about domination, control. Think about America. America is all about dominating the rest of the world, controlling everybody, getting their way, fuck what anybody else thinks. We're going to do everything. We're going to dominate, and we'll even, let me turn my car on to get a little battery energy to my battery so my battery won't die because I'm charging my phone while I talk to you. All right, let me get into this, guys. So I start ordering my shit, right? So they don't know that I'm going to start doing it in the beginning, right? Hear me out. So in the beginning, it's all good. I order my shit. It gets to me extremely fast, 20 minutes, man, in and out. It's fresh. It's well packaged. Everything is safe and secure. I feel good. All right, so I'm saving a lot of stress. I'm saving time. They're bringing everything to me now, right? I don't got to go in the neighborhood and go into these places and get frustrated and argue with somebody, choke somebody out, stomp them into the ground because they finally can make me flip. I don't want to deal with none of that. I'll adjust it, right? I'll start keeping money in my account, which I stopped doing because they surveil your accounts. I'm gonna touch on that before I end this video. So I start leaving money in my accounts and ordering my stuff. So the first few days it was all good. The first week, then they learned that all they're doing is learning your patterns, guys. So now they'll start having certain dashers hang around the restaurants that I might order from, so they can catch my order. If they see it's my name, I'm not gonna tell you the trick on that, but if they see your name and they know it's you, law enforcement, InfoGuard, whoever is calling the shots, they're gonna get in contact with the people who are making your food, who put your food together, who package your shit. The same way they would get in contact with them if you were going in. Okay? Hear me out, guys. Hold on a second. So I started noticing. So for instance, say I'm ordering fish and rice, and I'm ordering good meals now. I'm not eating fast food no more, right? I'm making a little more money. I'm working hard. I work every day. I put a lot of work in on my job. I'm eating a little better. So I'm ordering fish and rice and meals that are a little more healthy for a TI. All of a sudden, after a while, the delivery starts slowing down, right? It starts taking the delivery person forever to get there to get my food all of a sudden, right? And when he does, you can look at the system and see when they're going to show up. Every time they show up to pick my food up, 27's on the clock. When they pick the food up and it says, oh, your delivery driver's on the way, oh, now 27's on the clock every single time. Oh, now it takes an hour to get my food, where maybe before, when I first started, it might have only took 20, 25 minutes. Oh, now when I get my grapes, right? Oh, I got a prop that I'm going to show you guys as well. So now I want to get grapes. It's healthy, right? I don't want to keep getting all this sugary food and all these snacks. I'm getting fresh fruit. I'm ordering shit. I'm getting healthier now, right? So now, now my grapes going to come. The package is always open. The bag is short. For those of you who smoke weed, they give you a skimp bag, right? So they give me a skimp bag where it's not the full amount of what I'm ordering. If I'm ordering fish from somewhere, I'm ordering food, now the fish is smaller, or there's less portions of rice, there's less portions of green beans and corn, or whatever it is. Everything is starting to shrink. It's less. So I'm getting ripped off. I'm getting less bang for my buck, right? So this is supposed to add on to the stress. So like, okay, we can't gang stalk you when you walk into our restaurants. We can't gang stalk you when you come to our drive-thrus. We can't gang stalk you when you come into our grocery stores, our convenience stores. Well, here's what we'll do. We look at our system and we see that you order every night at this time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use all of our unlimited resources and all of our unlimited perps, and we're gonna flood that place up with so many people that whoever is there to pick up your order, they're gonna have to get in line and they're gonna wait for hours. Guys, I bullshit you not. At the Pinnacle, like about a week ago, mind you guys this, right? My car had just broken down. My car broke down. It's 90 degrees weather. I'm sweating. I'm spending all this money catching Ubers and Lyfts and cabs trying to get to my job. I work at like 3 different locations. I got to keep going to all these locations trying to catch all these Ubers. I'm a TI, so all my Ubers are double consistently every single time. All my Uber rides are double of what they would usually be if it wasn't me catching it. The reason why I know, because I check that shit when I'm not using Uber and Lyft to see what the prices usually are. But once they see it's me catching it, they double the prices. So anyway, they literally flooded the place to the person picking my food up the other night. I had to wait 3 hours. My delivery didn't come until after 3 in the morning. Now, I did a video documenting this whole scenario. At some point, I'm going to edit all that shit. And everything that I talk about, I'm going to be able to show you guys, because I do still take video. I got screenshots. I show you all the shit on my phone. Everything is here. It took 3 hours. It should have took 20 minutes. But because the gang stalking program has to make things hard, it has to make things difficult. I'm not supposed to be able to do things easy. I'm not supposed to do things peacefully. Everything has to be a headache. I have to keep calling Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, wherever I'm ordering from. I got to be the problem guy that has to keep calling and complaining. I got to keep calling saying, hey, they didn't put my food where it was supposed to be. The guy didn't meet me where he's supposed to meet me. Oh, I got pancakes, but there's no syrup. Oh, there's I ordered a bag of grapes, but they're not even filling the bag up, and when they give it to me, it's open and it's not even fresh no more. You see, they do this shit on purpose. When I first start using the service, it's all good. But then once they realize it's a TI using it, they make all the connections, and it usually takes us a few days, and they get everything going. So all the dash. So then when they bring me my food, they'll bring it to me, or my order, the seal will be broken. Like, I've had to get so many refunds over the past few weeks, so many store credits and refunds and all that, because I have to keep calling. Oh, they'll send me my stuff with the bag bust wide open. So they want me to have the idea that anything that I have, like fruit or something in my bag that they can get their hands on, that they can access, they're tainting it. They're spraying it with roach spray, or they want to give me the idea that they're doing things to the food the same way they want to give me that idea if I go through their drive-thrus, if I walk into their restaurants. They got shit set up for me. This to give me anxiety. It's supposed to give me anxiety. Probably didn't even do anything to my food. Like they had this meth addict the other night. I tried to order something different, right? Some fruit that I thought would be closed in where nobody can get to it, right? I can't go into the stores like an average person and just buy my stuff without harassment, right? So I gotta order shit. So I order my stuff, you know, so it comes in, my bag is bust wide open. It's a meth addict, him and this girl. Clearly they're meth addicts. It's nothing more than meth, clearly. You should see the way they're, you should just see the whole situation. I probably got it on video. My bag is bust wide open. You get what I'm saying? And my fruit thing is anyway. They just want you to feel like anything you do, they can affect it and they can make it difficult for you. And there's no aspects of society that they can't taint, that they can't get their hands on. And this is because all of our rights as TIs have been stripped away. So they can say that they have a right to do all these things. When I was away from my vehicle, like I spoke about earlier, my vehicle was broke down over here. They were coming in my vehicle, and they can say that they were searching my shit. Oh, that's what I wanted to tell you guys. So under my vehicle, right here under my glove department, I got in my vehicle one day after they were, you know, I got my shit fixed, and I was back in my car, and I look. When I realized right where they stole my shoe from, they stole one shoe, by the way. It was a brand new Adidas too. Stole one. And they just didn't like the fact that I was wearing a nice, clean pair of shoes. That's how petty they are, guys. They literally just didn't like the fact that I had a nice, clean pair of shoes that I'm wearing. And I'm just wearing them to work. You know, this shit like that is what bothers them. If you're coming to work looking good every day, your clothes are clean, you're feeling good, as a TI, you know we have ups and downs. Some days you go to work, like last week, my car was broke down. I'm out there in the hot ass sun. I'm sweating. Didn't even get a chance to take a shower. I show up. Might have been a little musty. My shoe was a little dirty. I'm walking because my car broke down. I had to catch the bus. Had to do this. They like that shit. When you show up to work looking a little rough. I even grew dread. I grew locks over the past year by accident. No one even ever touched my hair. I've never had my hair twisted or touched. But from what I've been going through, I didn't get a haircut starting last year. And all of a sudden, dreadlocks have grown in my head. So I got dreadlocks out of nowhere, past my ear so far. No one's ever touched my hair. No twisties, no nothing. Just magically, I got locks. I didn't even think I could grow. I'm almost 40. When I was married, I was damn near about to go bald. But all of a sudden, when I was stuck in my car last year, I came out of that and dreadlocks grew in my head out of nowhere. I got them right now. So if I'm looking rough and didn't get a chance to wash my locks, got lint in my dread. You guys know as a TI, we go through shit sometimes. It might not always be your best. When you're like that, they love it. I noticed they're flooding my job with all the baddest females, all the dime pieces coming in there, big bud, nice bodies, looking good, smelling awesome. But I'm in there stressed like hell. Car broke down, had to catch the bus to work, had to catch an Uber that took an hour for an Uber to get to me, overcharged me. I'm sweating, didn't get to pick up some deodorant. My shoes dirty. I got the same hoodie on from yesterday. I couldn't get, you know, they love that. That's when they flood. I noticed that they're flooding my job with all this money, all these employees coming into the shops, spending. I mean, not employees, but customers coming, spending all this money. Mind you, they're perps now, all perps, but they're spending money because I'm down, I'm out, I'm hurting. But let me got my shit together, you know, feeling good, smelling good, got my mind right, I'm feeling energetic, I'm eating right, I'm healthy. Nobody will show up. That's when they'll hurt the business and try to act like I did something wrong. You guys get the mind games. So that's why one thing I want to tell you guys too. One more thing I tell you guys that I've learned is never take any compliments or anything that comes from these gang stalkers or perps seriously. Because if you start believing anything that they say, they try to sometimes, because they'll smile you to death, guys. They're so nice. That's what gang stalking is. They're not angry and frowning and cussing you out. They're smiling at you. They're being nice to you. They're your buddy. They're your friend. They're friendly. They're doing everything to help you. You get what I'm saying? But they like it when you're down and out and they know you're going through struggles. If they can see your bank account, That's, you know, and it's nothing. There's not much there. You're struggling to pay your bills. You can't catch up on shit. You're on the verge of losing this, so this is getting cut off. That's when they're gonna show up. That's when the fine women are gonna come around. That's when all the happy, jolly, happy-go-lucky niggas show up, and, you know, playing the music and showing up with their dime girlfriends. Everybody's awesome. That's when they come around you. But let you be vibrating a little higher and feeling good, and they feel like, and you might be getting the best of the program, quote unquote. No one's around. They don't want that energy. They don't want people seeing you at your best. They don't, because if they have a narrative that you're some low down, lowly scumbag, scourge of dredge of society, homeless, loser, stupid, dirty, bummy person, some kind of derelict, that and if they beating you down and you might look that way, that one day you might be looking a little rough and down and out. Everybody in town is around. You're in line, you in a store, and you feeling down and out, and you're not looking your best, you're a little bummy that day. Everybody is there. But let you show up looking good, new pair of shoes, fresh cologne, new clothes, feeling good, fresh. You got the shower, you at your best. No one to be found. And they did that to me today. Because lately, I've been getting, I've been fighting the program, but it is what it is. I decided I'm just not gonna let the program just beat me down. It is what it is. I'm just gonna live. It is what it is. Y'all gonna do that, I'm gonna do this. And when you got a different attitude and you're carrying things a certain way, all of a sudden, they don't want to be around. They all up your ass, all in your face, crowding you, all, like when you're down and out, going through the struggle. But let you start feeling a little bit better. Let your confidence start to be a little, up a little bit. So that when I learned all of those things, guys, that's when I realized, just ignore these idiots. They're not. In the beginning, you go through all these thoughts thinking, oh, maybe it's something I did. Maybe I need to change something. Oh, maybe I did this wrong in the past. Nah. For a lot of us, guys, it's all about somebody's personal narcissistic ways. It's all about somebody's personal ego. It's making someone feel so good to seeing you struggle, seeing things be hard for you. What I noticed in my program is, being in the same place for the past 2 years, they seem to be intimidating the locals around here. Like a lot of the black people in particular, right? It seems like they intimidate them to make sure they're not doing me any solids. Make sure they're not doing me any favors. I've noticed, like when I had a storage unit. I'm gonna do a whole story on that, which I haven't done yet. When I move out of this one that I'm in, I got a whole live. Maybe some of you seen that live I did a few months ago when I had to confront the guy. But I'm gonna show you that whole saga when I do that video. But when I had a storage unit, they didn't like the fact they couldn't surveil me, right? So they got me put out the unit and got me put somewhere where the price went up on me from $60 to $200. I'm struggling with that right now. I'm not even gonna go into detail. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna touch any of that whole subject because I got a whole video and stuff that I want to sit down and I want to be very intricate about it when I get an opportunity. But I'm kind of running out of stuff, man. I'm getting tired of speaking. Let me look at my little list here. See if I touched on everything. Yeah, talked about stuff is all about ego and really, it's a lot of it's about ego, guys. It's all about trying to have the upper hand on you, and they like it when you feel bad. So that's what I always want to tell you is, but don't fall into that stuff. Don't get into the hype where, I gotta try to keep up with the Joneses, or I gotta try to prove them wrong. And you don't ever want to do that. Just live your shit streamlined. Like, go like in a straight tunnel vision, like on your whatever your focus and your goal is. Now, the only attention you want to pay to them is where they can hurt you. Whether they can hurt your money, whether they can hurt you physically, your health. Pay attention to that kind of shit. But the little mind games, or them trying to give you like hints and reasons why they're doing this to you, or all this little hickam a car. Let's see if, anyway, they're too scared. They're not doing anything. Hickam like only the third car that I've seen all this time that I've been sitting here. And then way over there. Matter of fact, I should show you guys this. All the cars on the other side of the parking lot. I'll probably get out and show you guys this parking lot. The side that I'm not showing you guys, all of a sudden, all the cars are gone on that side. But anyway, let me finish what I was saying. Don't play into the mind games. once I realized that the people behind this shit are it's like an immature, kind of like childish, high school, nana boo boo kind of like mentality here. I lost all respect for this. I don't care anything about what they think. You don't have anything to prove to them. Don't try to like play into the mind games, wondering why they're doing this, why they're doing that. None of this shit is rational, guys. It's like you wouldn't take the idiot serious, right? Like think about, if you got the idiot in the school, the idiot class clown, they say something about you or something, you don't take it serious. They just, like if you got a younger sister, those who got younger brothers or younger sisters and siblings, they like to irk you and pick at you. They usually were jealous of you and stuff like that. The younger siblings, things of that nature, want to pick at you. I had a little sister like that. So the shit that they do to me in this program, as far as that little stuff, antagonizing, trying to play on your self-esteem, demoralize you, try to bring other people around and make you feel, don't play into that. Those are childish mind games. And the older you are, the more mature and experienced you are, you'll recognize that and you'll let that shit go. Don't try to buy into it. The last thing you want to do, because you're going to lose, if you play into the mind games with these people. They have an unlimited budget. Remember that. They're being funded by the richest country in the world, the United States. They got an unlimited budget. It's a black budget. They got all the money in the world. They can make certain people look certain ways and make certain situations look the way that they are not. Don't fall for it. Don't play none of their games. Focus on you. Focus on your goals and what you want to do. As soon as you start playing into their mind games, you're going to lose. Honestly, man, I'd be honest with you guys. You see, I haven't put a lot of videos up. I haven't even watched a gang stalking video. I can't even watch gang stalking videos anymore. Because at this point, and it's not even just gang stalking. All right, here's another topic that I'll discuss. There's still 35 of you in here, so I'm gonna touch on this last topic about internet. The internet, real fast, and I'm gonna go ahead and end it. It's 2:00 in the morning. I'm glad you guys are in here. But I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna try to get ready to end this here in the next 10 or 15 minutes. So I want to get some rest. But the internet. Oh man, I don't know, guys. I fucking totally forgot my train of thought. All right, let me take my last little sip of this drink I got here. I haven't had a drink in months. I don't even drink alcohol. Don't abuse alcohol or any kind of drugs either. Like I got like this little wine bottle right here. This little mini bottle of wine. I'm not even a drinker or nothing like that. I drink maybe every few months, but I decided to go ahead and have a little shot of glass of wine and sit down and talk to you guys at night. But let me give you an example. You don't want to abuse alcohol or any of that kind of stuff in this program. You don't want to, if you're always drunk or always high or super high, it's going to be hard to survive this program. Another thing is this. You don't want to be seen always, even if it's legal where you are, if you're always seen going in and out the smoke shop where they sell the weed at, or you're in and out the liquor store all the time, you have to remember, they have community members that are always watching what you're doing and they're reporting it. So if you can report that they always see you constantly going in and out the smoke shop or in and out the liquor store, they're spreading around that you are a possible alcoholic or you are addicted to smoking marijuana, even if it's legal, because liquor is legal and all that. But that doesn't matter because they use like the moral police a lot in this program. And they'll say, oh, you're this kind of problem in the community, so you need to be watched because you're always in and out the liquor store. You might be drunk driving, or you're always high. So, for instance, with me, it seems like they tried to play me because there was one place that I was buying a lot of my Delta 8, which is legal weed. It's cannabis. It's not as strong. I don't need to be super high. But I go into the gas stations for the most part to buy mine. All the gas stations down here in the South pretty much sell these things. So I got certain places that I go to all the time. But what I noticed is this. After a certain amount of months, I think law enforcement does this. They'll make sure that place will stop selling that product that I'm buying. Once I start getting like, if I see the people that work there every single day, even if they got them trying to gang stalk you, if someone is seeing you all the time over and over again, it's kind of hard to gang stalk you when they get to know you guys. All right. Even though I'm about to get off topic, I better say it before I forget. That's another little tip. You might want to, as a TI, the first half of my targeting, I spent most of my time being transient, where I was doing a lot. I know I'm getting off topic of what I was saying about the internet, but I forgot what I was getting ready to say on that tip. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, so I'm just gonna go on to this part. What I noticed, this is the last thing I'll say, and then I'll end it, because whatever I forgot, I just forgot. I'm sorry. And then on top of that, these fucking cowards, they're not doing no gang stalking out here. And there's never, ever in my life a time when they do this shit, guys. You've seen my page. You've seen my videos. These are cowards. But anyway, let me tell you guys this. One thing that might help you as a TI. You want to, get yourself known in the neighborhood. And I can bring this to the internet a little bit as well. Let your thoughts be known, especially if your thoughts are thoughts that would, not crazy shit. Let me explain to you what I mean. This one of my last topics I'm going to touch on. If you're in a neighborhood, if you're like my first half of my targeting, once I found out that I was being targeted like this, in August of 2020 is when I left my ex-wife around that time. I left the house, and that's the last time that I had a steady home where I'd lived, But what I did was I became transient, where I would travel all around trying to learn about this gang stalk and seeing if I can get away. I was gang stalked by different people everywhere I went, and that's why I was able to see gang stalk, and I can tell you guys, it's everybody everywhere you go. It's a lot larger than a lot of people want you to think it is, okay? Just know that. So I went all around. Now, when you have people gang stalking you like that, they can just do something to you real quick and it's over with one time, wham, bam, thank you, man. They gang stalking you guys going about your business, and it's hard for you to put a finger on it. But when you stay in one place for a particular period of time, you can start putting patterns together and holding people accountable, and people get to know you. And after a while, if people get to know you, whatever little lie or bullshit that they put out there about you or trying to make you seem a certain way, a certain narrative, it's hard for them to do that on a consistent basis if it's a lie. If they're trying to make you out like you're some crazy, out of your mind, drug addict, bummy, raggedy, just off, autistic, even if you're not autistic, or, it's putting things on you that you're not, mentally ill, you're slow, all these different things. If people are around you enough and they get to experience you and they can see, there's something wrong here, what these people said. Now, I'm not saying they're not going to gang stalk you, not saying they may not still do the little tasks that they have to do, but you're going to notice it's not with the same kind of spirit that it would be if you were just some stranger and they believe everything that was said about you or whatever the narrative is. If they're around you, like I work the jobs that I work pretty much 3 different locations with the same company. I work for a private ownership. It's private ownership, and it's a woman. And I don't even really have any contact with her. And there's sometimes some people that they know about they've been to gang stalk you, and some people will choose to stay away from you. And sometimes I want to just say, commend that. If somebody decides that they're not gonna hurt you, they're not hurting you by being away from you, and actually probably helping you, and they don't want to hurt you, they don't want to participate in that shit, they'll stay away from you. Appreciate those people. That's all I'm gonna say on that. But also, if you got like customers, be perps. 99% of the people that's coming into your place of business, if you work and you got to work with the public a little bit, you're getting a lot of perps in there, probably 80% or more. But if they're coming there on a consistent basis and they're getting your essence, they're speaking to you, how you are, who you are, getting to know you, any of these lying bullshit that they're trying to put out there about you, these narratives, it's not going to be so strong. That spell is going to be, it's not going to be as strong as it would be if you were just some flat out stranger who they've never seen and they're never going to see again. And that's what I've learned here in the past 2 years, spending my time pretty much in one area and being gang stalked here. Law enforcement, they get to know who you are after a while. They know your car. They know if they see you walking or at the bus stop. They know that that's who you are. They might still do their little siren shit, this, that, and the third, but they know you. And they know that you're not no fucking terrorist getting ready to do this or getting ready to do that. So that level of that high level of concern or that high enthusiasm of doing it is not going to be the same. They just, they just know who you are. So I would just say this, guys, as a TI, especially if you're in the same place all the time, present yourself the best way you can. Keep your shoes clean. If you only got one pair, like right now, I got one pair of shoes available to me, right? All my shit is locked up in a storage unit that I haven't been able to pay because my car broke down. I had to spend hundreds of dollars to fix that. All this shit keep coming at me, so I had to push off my storage unit. The one that went up to $200 a month that I was only paying $60 because the police wanted me in one where they could surveil me better. Yeah, that one. Well, I got to pay $200 a month now, and I'm a little behind because of some things that happened to me this past month. So I'm a little behind. I probably ain't gonna be able to pay it for another few days, another week, or whatever before I lose my shit. But when they get to know you, a little bit, the gang stalking is not with the same level of enthusiasm when you're in a specific neighborhood. So for those of you who have been in one spot the whole time you've been gang stalked and you haven't lived anywhere else, you haven't really ventured out, the gang stalking you're experiencing is kind of light because the people pretty much know you. They know your ways. They know where you're going. They know what you're gonna do. They know what to expect. So your gang stalking is just kind of half-assed and it's light. You're not gonna really experience gang stalking until you start traveling around different areas, especially different countries, different cities, different states. Then you'll get a real perspective on what you're dealing with, and then you can decide what you want to deal with, how you want to deal with it, and how you don't. But if you've just been getting gang stalked in the same place forever, your whole perception of reality is distorted. For example, I've been sitting here in this parking lot for about 3 hours, talking to you guys for probably over 2 hours now, and there's been no gang stalking. And as much as I've been doing this, guys, you've seen my pages, my YouTube and my Instagram, all under the same name, Gang Stalking by the Numbers. There's never any time where they do this. They're only doing this is because they're watching. There's 40 people in here right now. I guarantee you at least 15 of those are perps, if not more. And they're learning, some of them are learning from me and my story so they can get back online and they can do their fake gang stalking videos, and they're fooling a lot of you guys, acting like they're gang stalked and they're going through this shit when really they're just studying people like myself. Okay? They're not really being targeted. And the reason why I don't say their names or even put them on blast is because you guys are going to go watch their videos anyway. You're going to go there, you're going to run their numbers up, you're going to comment, you're going to do so. It'll just be a waste of time, and I'm bringing more attention to the people. So all I can do is give you guys the realness, and I'll just shy away from the fake stuff. And I just won't entertain that myself. But just know that these people are bullshitting you online. Just think about the movie CB4. There's a clip of that. It's a movie called CB4. The letter C, B4. The guy was in jail. His name is Charlie Murphy, Eddie Murphy's brother. He was in jail, and he was watching TV, and he seen on the screen Chris Rock. And these guys were acting like him. They were acting like they were gangsters. He was really in jail for being a gangster and doing what gangsters do. He was locked up. He was suffering for what he does. And then he looks at the TV screen and he sees this fake ass gangster on the TV bouncing around. He has fans and touring and making money off of his life. He's the one suffering. He's in jail. He's suffering. He's really a gangster. Then he looks at the TV screen and sees his fake ass phonies bouncing around, acting like him, and getting praise, getting money, getting fans. And he's like, and he like was just pissed off. You can look at the clip on YouTube. It's called CB4. His name is Gusto, Gusto. Gusto in jail scene. You'll see it. And he was just mad. He was like, man, these fools, this is my life. They're profiting off my life. So as a TI, we're looking at these fakes online, and some of them are getting money and donations and shit and views and follow, and subscribers. It's like, this is a phony, and we can't say that to y'all because y'all are under the spell. You believe them. So at this point, I just don't say anything. I can't really watch a lot of this stuff anymore. All the people that I watch on YouTube, they've infiltrated. You got 30 people in here, so shit, I'll give you guys one more thing. Anything you watch as a TI on YouTube, they're gonna destroy it. Any content creator, they're gonna destroy them. Let me give you 2 examples of how they're gonna do it and what you need to watch out for. When I first started looking at this YouTube gang stalking stuff, I can't even remember how I found the term gang stalking. Now we got 40 people in here, so I'll give you the story then. I'll give you my story. They started gang stalking me before I made any videos, before I talked at all. Some of your favorite YouTubers who you guys still watch right now, some of these guys, I was watching them when I first was trying to learn about gang stalking like a lot of you. These guys started gang stalking me before I even commented on their shit, before I had a platform making my own videos. They started doing the gang stalking shit a long time ago. Some of your favorite guys every day, lying right to your face. I'm not even gonna waste my time right now because you guys are still gonna watch this stuff, and it's not even worth me even getting messy and trying to like do the drama shit that these fake TIs do. It's fake arguing, trying to get attention to fake TI. So you guys, I'm not even gonna do all that. But just know these people are fake, guys. And outside of me, you're not really seeing a lot of real people. So being in here with me, listening to me sit here and talk to you guys, at least you're getting the real deal. Ain't nothing fake. No one's ever offered me anything. No one's ever come to me and given me any kind of directed conversation shit to do in my video. These guys, I know a lot of these guys, man, they're so fake. Like the shit that happens to me out here in my day-to-day life or the directed conversation, all these perps do it. These guys who do videos and shit, they're phony, guys. They participate in the directed conversation. The same stuff that I deal with out here in the street. Like if it's a word that everybody is saying, like say that they usually pick a word for me, maybe they'll go for about a week or two, and everybody will have to say the same word within a sentence, find a way to squeeze it in. These guys that I watch on YouTube, particularly the gang stalking people, they'll do the same shit. They participate the same way. So that means that either the people that are hackers or my family, whoever is monitoring my shit, they know that I'm. Let's just make up a name. Let's just say the guy's name is JC. So I'm watching JC's videos and he's talking about gang stalking all the time. And I'm thinking he's legit. I'm watching this shit. It's looking real deal. Then I start noticing, oh, okay, so the word of the day is bingo. So everybody I come in contact has to put the word bingo in a sentence. All my Uber rides that I take around, any deliveries, any store I go to, anybody I talk to, or I talk to my mother, anybody, they got to put the word bingo in there. And then I go and watch a YouTube video trying to get away from gang stalking, the world, and look at the gang stalking video and try to look. We got 50 people in here. Hit the like button. But say I go on YouTube, hit the like button for me, guys. But yeah, so say I go on YouTube and I want to watch a video about some other TIs, about what they're going through. I want to feel some kind of camaraderie. I want to feel a part of something. I want to see other people that are going through what I'm going through because I know they understand and I can relate to them. Because I can't relate to none of these people out here because all of these people are sold out, gang stalking rat bastards, right? They're not worth shit. They're not worth anything. They're losers. They're willing to help the system push you to suicide. Tragic end. So they mean nothing. So forget them. So I want to go on here and I want to interact with TIs. Now, here's what'll happen. Some of these TIs, fake TIs, some of them are literally just officers, guys. These are police officers. They're FBI agents. You can tell by the way they talk. Okay? You can tell the way they speak. Officers, law enforcement, military usually talk with a certain air about them, a certain tone. They know better than you. They know more than everybody else. They're an authority figure. Even if it's a gang stalking type. Everybody else is dumb. They're smart. They know it all. They know everything. Y'all just dumb. Y'all need to listen to them. Who acts like that? Officers, military people. They're the ones. They know it all. They know all. They're the strongest. They're the toughest. They're the smartest. Right? Those TIs. Look, we got 62 in here. Y'all hit that like button, y'all. But listen, that's how you can tell. That's a hint. That's a perp, guys. That's an officer. There's just one guy. I'm not even gonna say this. Like, I don't like saying names. I don't see him making videos no more. But he will always be on there. Just the way he talks, his tone of voice, the way he speaks. You guys can't tell somebody who came out of a police training academy, the way they speak, the way they. Hold on, I got a little congestion. Let me clear my congestion. Give me a second. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, you guys can't tell the way that these people talk. Yes, Carol, they're in the church for sure. I don't trust them at all. Everybody's involved. There's nobody that's trustworthy in society, guys. Anywhere you go, especially in America. If you're in America, you can't trust any of these people. Americans will do anything for money. Anything. I'm sorry. That's just, in my experience in the past 4-5 years, that's what I've learned. I'm not anti-American. I'm not anti-government. I'm anti-gang stalking program. I'm anti-FISA 702 abuse. Okay? I'm anti-greed and backstabbing and rat bastards. And all of these are rat bastards out here, guys. Okay? If you're in America, they will do anything for money. There's nobody you can trust. Okay? Especially if they want to be somebody in entertainment. If they're a YouTuber, they're busting raps and singing and acting and all that. They do all that shit. They so if it's a woman and she done got topless in one of her videos before, but she doesn't even like men, but she this, that, the third, but she talks all. They're gang stalkers, guys. They want fame, they want attention, they wanted to be rappers. A lot of these are failed entertainers. They wanted to be a rapper, they wanted to be an entertainer. Okay, they wanted to even be a pastor, they wanted to be somebody in the church, but they failed. Right? So they over here playing with us. Right? They in the spiritual world, they over here playing this T.I. shit in our world with us, but they don't belong in this. Some of these people are from religious communities, right? Christians or Muslims or whatever their religious background might be. They may want to spread the gospel, which is fine. They want to spread their gospel to people, but they choose to come over here and act like a T.I. and try to spread their gospel using a targeted individual program. And that confuses people because it starts to make people who are innocent, good people who might not be religious, might not even be all that spiritual. You might not be a Christian. You might not be a Muslim. You might just believe in being a good person and a good karma. You know, the universe. You put out there what you want back. You don't have, but they want to add in all this religious doctrine. You got to be serving Yahweh this and Yahweh's laws and all these different things, which is fine. I'm not against you doing that. But when you try to act as if it's either that or gang stalking, that's a problem. That's a problem. Because now you're just dividing shit. Now you got people confused. Somebody might be getting gang stalked. Yeah, somebody might be getting gang stalked because somebody is just jealous of them. Somebody might be getting gang stalked because you won't date them. You won't date somebody, or they're obsessed with you and they're gang stalking you because you left them. You won't date them. They're obsessed. They're sick. They're mentally ill. You might have a mentally ill mother. Your mom might be a mentally ill person. But people are always sympathetic to a woman, a mother. So a mother can go around and lie. Oh, my son is this and that and the third. Oh, he needs to be watched. He needs to be in this program. He's doing this. Really, she's just mentally ill. She's a broken person. Might be brainwashed. She was in the military. She can't think right. She can't think for herself. Can't do shit the right way. And maybe the son or whatever is kind of rebellion and doesn't want to be up. So he's separating from that. But a mother can go lie and say anything. Who's going to say, nah, the mom is lying? If she wants to get you put in the gang stalking program because she can't control you, so she'll get you put in this program so now she can feed her own personal mental illness, her own personal satisfaction to spy on you and watch what you're doing and control you and do these things. Your parents, they'll use this program to sell you out like that. You better believe it. Religions, gang stalk, especially if you leave. Yeah, yes, LC Blue. I don't trust the religious people because they seem to be the slickest ones to me. Very slick because they like to just try to act like, that's the only way through this. You're being gang stalked because you're not living up to that religious standard of whatever their particular God is saying. And I'm not anti-religion, but what I'm saying is when you're trying to add in that to gang stalking. That don't have anything to do with it. Gang stalking is a tool. Somebody could be mad at you because it's law enforcement got an attitude with you. It could be an ex-lover. It could be a neighbor. It could be somebody that just has a gripe with you. It's not about you being spiritually bankrupt, or you being an immoral person, or you're just horrible. It ain't none of that shit. It's just somebody was sick and they wanted to spread their sickness onto you and hurt you. That's what it comes down to. It's not always you're morally wrong and you're out here just doing all these wrong things, and if you just listen to Yahweh's commandments, you're gonna be all good. These people do this shit no matter what you do. That it just is what it is. Windows 10, greetings from the UK. Welcome. I hope those of you who have just come in here, y'all make sure y'all catch the playback. I've been going for quite some time. This is very, very rare, guys. The fact that you're seeing me sit here and it's quiet around me and nothing is going on. This is because this is the program in act. This is the program you're seeing. There's never a time in the past 5 years of my life that I could sit somewhere like this and there not be about. I've been sitting here now for 2-3 hours, talking to you guys for like 3 hours. I've been here for quite some time. And there's only 2 cars that drove past me. There's never a time that this happens. This is them hiding. This is them hiding. They see that there are people listening to what I'm saying here. Y'all hit that like button. And they don't want it to be out there. If I was sitting here talking stuff that wasn't on point, they'll be doing it because I wouldn't be able to articulate myself. They would do it even with the camera on. But the fact that I've proven that I can show what they're doing and articulate it clearly what they're doing to me, they're very shy when I pull my camera out. But I got some really good stuff recently, videos to show you guys. But they're being really they're being who they are. Sneaky, shaking, moist palm, sweaty forehead, nervous, weak-kneed, cowardly, sneaky. This is what they are. Because they would never do this shit. They literally just turned the whole program off and left me alone. So imagine so this shows they could just leave us alone if they wanted to. Let me catch up with some content on some of these since y'all still here with me. Matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I'm about to grab my phone and I'm going to show y'all this parking lot real quick. Y'all, some of you are going to probably recognize this because I think I did a video here. Let me jump out. Let me show y'all something real quick. Let me show y'all just so you can see that is. Let me show y'all something real fast. Okay, so this parking lot, guys, I spent time here in the past because it's kind of a place where Uber drivers will come park or different things of that nature. I've been here a couple times this year, and I recently was broke down here for 2 days, and they did everything they could. There was so much traffic. All these Uber drivers, they just come over here and just stare at me. I even got my car fixed here twice in the past month and a half, because every time it would go down, I would come to this hotel and park it here because of the area. I've been talking to you guys for 2 hours and 43 minutes. Only 2 cars drove past me and no one walked by me. Actually, and before I went to work, I was here earlier because I came to use their Wi-Fi, which I'm doing right now, which I better get back closer to the building. I came here to use their Wi-Fi because I didn't want to use my personal phone to go live. And long story, I didn't want to use my hotspot. I just wanted to be a secure connection. I knew I wanted to talk to you guys tonight. So what I'm saying is, this hotel right here, they are, for one, here's my car. All right, here's my car right here. This spot right here is my car. Here's the front of my shit. So they like to do this. No cars parked next to me. They always do this. This is something I can show you. As you can see, all those spots up here are filled up, right? All these spots are filled up. This will be a little remnants of the gang stalking that they do. All of these spots next to me are empty. Every single spot next to me is empty. But every other spot is filled up. Now, the reason I think they do that is, for one, to make it so it's easy to surveil my car. You can look at my car. There's a camera right there. That camera is looking directly at my car, which I'm pretty sure is being live streamed to law enforcement. And I'm going to use, my car was parked right here when they broke in last week when I was gone, stole some shoes and some other shit they did in my car. I gotta file a whole police report because I know the police won't do anything because they're probably the ones who did it, but I want to be able to look at the camera footage so I can catch somebody red-handed. But let me show you this. All these parks are filled up except for the ones next to me. All these parks are filled up except for one right there. That person just left, and there's somebody sitting in that car next to the U-Haul. But look, all these spots right here are empty until you get to my car, right? And then when you go in front of my car right here as well, empty. Right here in front of my car, got an empty spot right here, and right next to me is all empty. All right, now that right there is gang stalking, but that's something that most people would not even notice. You wouldn't look at that and think anything about it. But I know because it's something they do everywhere I go. Anytime that I go park somewhere, and if I decide I'm sitting in my car for a while, again, I do the van. I got a van. I got it all hooked up for me to be able to. It was my dream as a TI to be able to get a van and be able to just ride around and park and do the stealth thing and go where I want to go and live where I want to live. And I've been able to do that for the past 2.5 years. And it's been awesome. But it's coming to an end. I'm not going to have this car too much longer. I wouldn't even be driving it right now still today if it didn't break down last week. I literally was getting ready to be in something totally different by today. I would have been driving something different, but plans changed. Car ended up breaking down. I had to redo some shit and then some. Anyway, you guys understand what I'm saying. As a TI, things happen sometimes. So, but I park like this here, and they always gang stalk. There's always a million cars driving in and out of this parking lot, and they're always color coordinated. But as I've been talking to you guys, I had this camera sitting here in this window for so long, just talking, and you haven't seen anything. So I want people to go back and watch this video, and then look at all the videos that I've shown you on my platforms, all the gang stalking that I deal with, guys. Do you really think that if this was my life look like, I don't even care what time it is. Mind you, this is 24 hours. It doesn't matter if it's 2, 3 in the morning. All night, every night, guys, they have cars going behind me, extremely loud vehicles all day, every day, all night long. People walking past no matter where I am, cars driving by. There's the highway right here to the left of me. It's called I-75. It's right here next to me in Atlanta. You guys know about it. I would be hearing extreme amounts of loud trucks, sirens. They're doing zero gang stalking, guys, since I've been on this live for the past 2 hours and 47 minutes with you guys just talking. And the reason why they're doing this is because I'm live. They never do this. And if they could just do this, if they could just shut down the program at a light switch like this, imagine how they can just turn it on. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. For instance, when I'm on my phone, they do it on purpose. Like, they'll get quiet just like this right here so I can see the difference. So then when I grab my phone, if I start doing something on my phone that whoever is monitoring me, like my parent, like I'm a kid, mind you, I'm almost 40. I've been an adult twice now, turned 22 times almost now, but they monitor my phone like a kid, guys. And if I do something they don't like, they literally have people out here running around in the streets to ride by wherever I am, outside the building, outside my car, and make noise campaigns. And they'll continue to do it until I'm not doing on my phone what they don't like anymore. If I'm looking at a porn, I hate to keep saying that, but I'm keeping it real. Because it's extreme, guys. If I'm looking at a video on my phone, especially if it's porn, and they don't approve of it, right? They don't like the porn that I'm watching. They'll make hell outside all around me. Sirens, police, helicopters. I'm not lying. Helicopters, planes, drones. A lot of these, these old ass bum dudes with these old ass pickup trucks is always loud. They those pickup trucks. I ain't even talking about the new pickup trucks with those two, but the older ones. I'm out here in Georgia. You got a lot of those kind of loud pickup trucks, loud, these young car geeks. They ride around with the loud joints all night long. I mean, just nonstop. If I'm somewhere where it's completely quiet, the last few days, guys, they've really been going hard. Even if I'm somewhere parked, right, where they don't have security, no one's telling me to leave, I'm just kicking in, chilling out, waiting on an Uber, waiting on an order, they've been known to send a fake security guard around to tell me, hey, this is private property, you can't be there. They did it to me 2 times last year. They sent the Uber driver around one time to act like a security guard to tell me I couldn't park somewhere, and that was law enforcement that did that. Because I found two times recently, I found somewhere where I go chill where there's no perps. Those of you who are TIs, you know how we get harassed. That's why me sitting here showing y'all this video with nobody around me, no gang stalking taking place, is so fucking phony, guys. Because they don't ever do this shit to me. It's always cars and people coming around to flash their lights on me, to supposedly surveil me. The one only reason I can say that they're not doing it right now is because I'm live and they can see exactly what I'm doing and what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? On my cell phones, I keep all the cameras covered up, but somehow they are able to see what I'm doing when I'm in my car by myself. I checked through my car as much as I could for cameras, but these people are good at this kind of shit, and I've been away from my car. And I don't know, I mean, I'm gonna look again, but I've went through my car for hidden cameras. I don't know how they're able to surveil my phone when I'm offline. When I'm online, I know how they do it. You see what I'm saying? But they're able to surveil my shit when I'm offline. So the only conclusion that it could be, again, somewhere there's a camera in my car that I haven't found yet, so they can see everything I'm doing. That's why they do all these reactions to what I'm doing when I'm in a private. Like I got a van. So I got a private times, changing clothes. They just do certain things to let me know that I'm being gang stalked. Hold on a second. Excuse me for those of you sensitized to that. But what else? What I was gonna say also is I'm not reading comments right now, guys. When I sit back down here in a second, I'm gonna read some comments, but you guys can continue to chat amongst each other. I'm just trying to let go right now, let it all out. Look, we at 2:51. At 3 hours, I'm gonna end this. This is a nice long live. I haven't done a video in a while. It's nice to be able to catch up with you guys. But I'm gonna go ahead in here, man. I'm gonna end this in about 10 minutes, guys. So let's just chop it up. I'm gonna read some of these comments. I'm gonna sit down. But yeah, but like I was saying, guys, the fact that nothing is going on here, this is it. I mean, if you guys could really understand the level of insanity, and it's like, it's so well, let me tell you why it's so well expressed, right? This level of narcissism and insanity that I've been dealing with in my gang stalking, again, is very personalized. It seems like it's really all about trying to demoralize me. It seems like they don't ever want me to feel good. Like they don't want me to get over. Like I can't never get a good deal on something, or if I do business, I need to be getting screwed over, getting a bad deal. I shouldn't be happy about it. And it just seems like that's, it's really all about demoralization. But any of your comments, guys, if I didn't get to see it now, I'm going to look back and I'm going to read through this stuff and I'm going to look at it again. And I will read. I'm pretty sure you guys have put some good information to answer some of these questions that I'm asking. But like I said, I'm just flowing right now. I'm not really reading them as much. I'm just so flabbergasted and my mind is just blown how there's no gang. I've been on here with you guys I've been here for 3 hours then, because I was sitting here for 20 minutes before I went live. Because I pulled up and I said, all right, I'm going live in 20 minutes. And I put that warning out, 20 minutes, I'll be going live. It started at 11:43. We're at 2:53 right now. So 3 hours, right? Something like that. And there's only been 2 cars that drove past me. You guys have no idea how many cars would typically drive past me with me sitting somewhere like this. And they will all be time coordinated. And they can just turn this shit off. I never seen them turn it off this bad though, guys. Usually they're foaming at the mouth. I know it's late at night, so that could be a reason. But gang stalking is 24/7. It's not like it's like 7-Eleven or some shit. Like it's a gas station. It's at all times. They just work on shifts. There's always people. There's even a couple people that come here. I got them on video. I'm gonna show you. That come here and I think they do Uber. I thought they were doing Uber, but obviously they would just come in here whenever, because again, I was stuck here twice in the past 2 months because I had a defective part of my car and I had to bring it back here last week to get it fixed again. And the same group of people who were coming over here and they were just parking there. They all would pull up. It was a theme. They just kept doing this shit. They'll just pull up and they'll light up a blunt in the car. They'll light one up and just sit there and watch me the whole time. And I'm pretty sure hacking my phone, using Stingray devices and shit like that just to monitor what I'm doing on my phone. They would just come here and do that. I've been sitting here now for 3 hours, and No gang stalking. They're not even doing it. The highway is right there. If I walk over there too far, I'm gonna lose the Wi-Fi connection because I'm using the Wi-Fi over here. So I don't want to walk over there too far. But on the other side of these woods, guys, you got I-75, a busy highway. They always take full advantage of shit like that right there. There will usually be extremely loud trucks and sirens and all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But making so much noise to just be irritating to me. And I tell you guys, like I said, I had some extreme damage to my vehicle last week because of the gang stalking. I'm not gonna get into it. So, matter of fact, I'm even gonna talk about that because I don't want to open up certain vulnerabilities to the perps that are watching. But I'm gonna update you guys, man. I'm gonna do the police report so I can get that camera footage. I probably kind of like telegraphed it too much, so they're probably expecting it. So I don't know if they're gonna try to play any funny game, but I do know the exact times I was gone from my vehicle because I was catching Ubers and Lyfts. So I can just say, hey, I need to look at the camera at these specific times to see who was at my car. Let's see what they're gonna do. I think the police are behind it, so they'll probably try to find a way around this, but we'll see. All right, we got 50 people in here, man. So. All right, I'm gonna keep talking. Let me spark one up. Well, while I'm sparking this up, let me tell you something they're doing out here, right? Let me see something real quick, guys. Hold on a second. Y'all see that? I got the plan on my phone right there. But anyway, give me a second, guys. Give me a second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I'm trying to find a lighter. I ain't expect to be talking to y'all so long. We still got 50 people in here. I might as well keep hollering at you. Trying to find a lighter so I can spark up my legal cannabis real fast. And guys, so I got this legal cannabis, right? I'm getting ready to, I might go and have a little right now while I talk to you guys. Would you imagine this? So I discovered this 2 years ago. In 2022, I discovered this legal cannabis. So this is not even real regular everyday weed people are smoking. It's still marijuana, but instead of it being Delta 9, it's Delta 8. So regular weed is Delta 9. This is Delta 8 that I have in here. So it's legal. It's not as potent, but it does what I need for a TI. I don't want to be all high and out of my mind out here getting targeted. Nice little mid buzz is fine to keep me cool. Little indica, so I don't strangle nobody or wring any necks of these little pencil neck perps out here, because that'd be very easy to do, but I don't want to destroy myself. So 60 people in here. Hit that like button, guys. I never had that many. So listen, let me tell y'all. So here in Georgia, they just passed a law that they're making it illegal to sell smokable Delta 8. So we can't even do it. They want us. This stuff right here is legal stuff here. You buy it from the store, right? And it's legal. You get a buzz. You ain't got to worry about going to the weed man, getting a bag with a little fentanyl in it. And then, he's working with the police, playing games with you. Oh, he's ready to meet you at this time, but he can't meet you now. He's an hour late. He bringing the bag. It ain't right. You know what you probably got to deal with as a TI. I dealt with it, dealing with the Weed Connect back when I was doing that. Smoking on a regular, playing some games with you here and there. But now, the state of Georgia, come July 1st, this is not legal anymore. You can still get gummies and different things like that. I like the edibles too, but sometimes you just want to have a smoke, all right? Now it's illegal because they want you to be out here buying illegal marijuana because they probably were losing out on a lot of money and a lot of arrests because now everybody's smoking legal stuff. You know what I'm saying? What's the point? They don't have anybody, they can't arrest you for having an illegal drug on you, so... I gotta get out the South. I'm getting tired of a lot of stuff they've been doing down here, and they being gang stalked down here is worse because they use the clan. And when you're down here in Georgia and Florida and shit like that, some of you guys know. If you're black, just imagine this. Some of you might not understand this, but before we go through again, some of you don't understand. But as a black man in America, and you're being gang stalked, just imagine that shit, man. Imagine being, first of all, a man, then a black man in America. And you're being gang stalked. So you have so much stuff that's coming at you. You don't always know whether or not it's gang stalking or is it just regular racist, bigoted kind of stuff like that. You don't really know. So it's a whole nother mind fuck that you got to go through. It's crazy. I got it out of the South though, but I'm just tired of some of the laws and different things, and I'm getting tired of being down here and being gang stalked. They got that history of that mob mentality. So I dealt with gang stalking for a few months up in like when I went back home, like to Washington D.C., the Baltimore area, back 4 years ago. But I was still so new into the gang stalking, I can't even gauge whether it was how bad it was. Let me see what we got going on. Let me some comments. Be a civilian. What do you mean, left checker? Garfield, they switched up on me. I got a lot of women harassing the hell out of me. Hey, Garfield, me too, man. It seems like women are orchestrating my gang stalking here in the Atlanta. I feel like that when I was in Florida, anywhere else, but here in Atlanta, it's a lot of and the women, as far as like in the black world, are the ones that got all the money and stuff. They got the jobs and so, I noticed a lot of women here that do the gang stalking with me, and they really seem to enjoy it because they're doing it from a place of, it seems like, again, everyone's under a psyop, and it seems like they've been told something horrible about me, I guess, pertaining to women. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, he needs to be gang stalked because he, treats women like this, that, and the third, right? It could be a lie, but that seems like that's what it is. It's a lot of women that do my gang stalking. And you know how women are with the whole women scorned, and the women really would do you some really dirty things, some really bad things, especially if they hate men or man haters and stuff like that. And if they're gang stalking you, think about sororities full of women, or all these women who have these jobs as CEOs. Look at the prisons. Those of you know anything about prison, who in jails? Who do you think all of the jailers are? They're women. They're women, and they got this program. And imagine they're in jail all day with a bunch of men who they're telling them what to do. They control when they can eat, shit, whatever they do. They control everything that goes on in the jail. Talk to them any kind of way. They're women. So when they get out, so they deal with a man out in the real world who's not one of their prisoners. They still have their mindset. Every man is their fucking prisoner. You know what I'm saying? So the gang stalking program, man, y'all just do not know how many people are really involved in this gang stalking through their jobs. It's your everyday people. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all, if you really are in this shit like me, which it don't look like it right now, because now they so scared, nobody's coming around. I can't believe this shit. I should take y'all with me up the street, but it's so late at night now that, we're gonna do this again. I can't believe these idiots really did this. This is the worst gang stalking I might have seen, how they can just turn this off and nobody's here. But I don't want to ramble, so let me get back to what I was saying. Garfield was talking about women. Yes, the women here, to be honest with you, my gang stalking here in the Atlanta, Georgia area is pretty much predicated around black women and white men. Black women and white men seem to be the most dedicated and gung-ho in my gang stalking program here in the Atlanta, Georgia area. I didn't have any distinctions like that when I was in Florida. It was just, mainly a lot of police gang stalking in Florida. But here, it just seems like white men and black women, and they seem like they have some kind of personal vendetta. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I've been gang stalked other places. It's like people are just doing a job. They're just doing their job. Like in Florida, they'll gang stalk me real quick, and then they'll go to the beach. You know what I'm saying? They'll gang stalk me, and then they'll finish going somewhere enjoying their motorcycle in the highway in the good weather. Here in Georgia, they gang stalk you with a certain level of personal, like it seems like it's personal hatred. You know what I mean? Like it's a personal vendetta. They gang stalk with a lot of emotion, it seems here. Give me a second. I'm checking I'm gonna catch up on some of these comments. Give me a second. Finally found a lighter. Since 60 people in here, I obviously want to still chop it up. So I'm gonna read some comments, man. If anybody got anything they want to say, anything you guys want to talk about, I'm getting tired of hearing myself talk. And I always tell you guys, I'm not really a talker. I'm very introverted. I've always been a quiet dude. I never wanted a bunch of attention. That's why it's just so surprising that I would be in something like this. But You know, that's how it works. Just gotta be careful who you date, guys and girls. Don't date down. Don't date down. Don't date down. Okay, that's one lesson. If anybody out there is young, you can't just be nice and try to date down and think you're gonna bring somebody else up, because ultimately you could be taken down in ways that you wouldn't even realize. So don't date down, because you really might pay for it. You understand? Don't do it. All right, Elsie, bye. See you later. Thanks for coming in. I see 41 now. Targeted individual, J. Ross, 41. I believe you. It's more people that I'm telling you, it's a lot of people that are getting that number coordination, but they just don't realize it because it's not the easiest thing to pick up on. With me, it's not even like I was just so smart to pick up on. It's just that they kept on putting the number 27 in my face to start it off with. The tag numbers in front of me. My wife and stepson at the time, and all night long, they would get up with 27 on the clock. I told you guys this story before. 127, 227, 3. Anytime 27 was on the clock, they would get up all night long, back to back, both of them, and go use the bathroom. You see what I'm saying? That's how I started noticing shit, like little patterns. And then my neighbor next door, she would start knocking on the wall every time 27 was on the clock. Then they moved everybody out around me and moved in all Haitian immigrants, and they all started gang stalking like it was through immigration or something. And they all moved in. They would all start coming out on their front porch and slam their door whenever 27 was on the clock. That's when I started noticing it. And then I would go out on the streets. I'm working. I'm doing deliveries. I'm doing different things. Law enforcement, they're meeting me at every intersection. The county police, the sheriffs, they're meeting me at every intersection, everywhere I'm going around town. I'm doing deliveries. They're sending me to the police cars, or having me coordinate with the police every time. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, it's either insanity or isolation. Stay strong, set your boundaries, go out every day. That's right. My license plate is CWL, and I get a lot of that. You gotta move up north. Hey, left checker. Yeah, I'm trying to get back north. As soon as possible now. At this point, I was thinking about going west. I already know that the gang stalking is gonna be wherever we go. You know what I'm saying? But again, I just think being down here in the south, and then if you adding on that little stick that they got up their ass down here in the south with all the racial stuff, they still got that. No matter what anybody says, they still got that little bit of an underlying stuff. It's not as in your face as much, especially particularly where you are, but the mentality is still there. The mob mentality. You know how they used to mob people out of, like, you think about the South and the racial raids, they're run people out of town and, do all that kind of shit, burning crosses, lynching up everybody, shooting everybody up in the neighborhood. That DNA and that mentality and all that kind of shit, that doesn't just disappear. So that mentality is still here. It's still in them. They might have to be a little more tame the way they do shit. Now they got to do a slow kill, right? So they're killing me slowly through the stress and the constant, like pretty much the hyper game theory, instead of just just doing the way they used to, like a lynch mob. They still do that sometimes too, but typically they'll just do it through a gang stalking program like this, where they are going to harass you to death. They're going to stress you to death. They're going to set up circumstances. The way I destroyed, damaged up the back of my car, it was a program. It was because of some shit that they did. I shouldn't even have been driving down to pick up my order, because I told the asshole gang stalker where to bring my stuff. But just the gang stalk, he took it and put it somewhere else, and then he had his phone off, so I couldn't call him. I couldn't send a text message. They never do that, but they do it this one time because this jerk wants to do this gang stalker stuff to make me go down to the front lobby of the office and do all this other shit. So that's how they do it. It's just like they set up and they just keep doing stuff over and over and over and over again, till eventually, a mistake will happen. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened with me messing up the back of my vehicle. It could have been worse, but it's just the fact that they just keep doing stuff over and over and over and over and over again. until, like for instance, when I'm in my car to coordinate with me, you would think that here's a good example. There's nobody out here right now. There's no cars driving back here, guys. I'm in an extremely busy area. You might not be able to tell from where I am. This is a very busy area. There's a major stadium over right like feet from me, and all these people were at the game. I seen a lot of them when they got here, especially this vehicle right here with these raccoons on the back, because I came here before work. Before I went to work, I was here, and I seen the people before the game. They didn't even come back to the car. And all these people were not staying at the hotel. I come here all the time, but all of a sudden tonight, it's a full lot. There's games over here all the time, almost every night. They don't fill this parking lot up. This parking lot is only usually filled up when I'm here. But anyway, let's talk. Let me see. Left checker. Yeah, I'm at a hotel. I'm over here at this hotel right now because I'm not staying here, but I came here after work because I know they got this strong Wi-Fi, and I know I wanted to go live tonight. I didn't expect to be on live for 3 hours and 10 minutes though. I was gonna stop by, go live, and holler at you guys. I didn't want to use my main phone or my hotspot. I got some security issues with that, so I decided to come over here to this hotel that I come to from time to time. And again, I get gang stalked heavy here, and the fact that you guys are not seeing cars coming in and out of here, that's gang stalking in itself, because they would never, ever, ever let me just sit somewhere out in public and not have me heavily gang stalked. The only reason that they're doing this is because I'm live, and I guess they don't need to justify surveilling me because they know what I'm doing. I'm live and I'm talking to the world. Right now, my shit says there's 50 people in here. I guarantee you that at least 20 of those people are perps from different, and they're different perps, because you got to remember, in gang stalking, we're dealing with like all these different task force when it comes to law enforcement. The Joint Terrorism Task Force, that includes law enforcement officers from many different agencies in a local area. So all these different agencies, FBI, local police, CIA, state police, county sheriff, local security guard. I mean, everybody's involved, guys. All these different entities. So, and they all hack it. And for me, there's something that's deep with them, with me, more than anybody, because I don't hear other people talk about this. They are in my phone and monitor everything, and they react to everything in real time so consistently. It just seems like the main thing they're so scared of is me and being on the internet. But then not even that, it seems like me being able to connect with people is what really bothers them the most. It seems like they really want to, it's like tearing me down to make me as a person less attractive to other people, so that I guess any kind of message that I might have or anything I might say might have a little less weight if you can make me seem discredited, because they can't discredit me legally. I'm not out here committing crimes. I don't have a criminal record. I don't have any mental health histories, any of that kind of stuff. You can't just discredit me. I don't have child support. You can't hang that over my head. I'm not out here doing deviant things to children and all this other shit where they like people who they can hold stuff over their head. I don't have these things in my life. So it just seems like they had to build something, Let's see what we got. Me too. They blocked me from seeing specific sites. Yeah. Who's that? Crystal. Yeah. They block. I'm pretty sure that for us, we don't, as a TI, we aren't really seeing the full internet like everyone else. I do think that at times that we're not really getting the internet. You get what I'm saying? Not the full internet that everyone else gets. Even with, like, sometimes, like I said, sometimes when I'm feeling pretty good, I decide, let me just get online and go deal with one of these little honeypots on something, whatever. They're intercepting stuff. They're intercepting messages and different, like, for instance, let me tell you, whenever I get any messages, any text messages, any notifications from all my different apps like YouTube or Instagram or all these apps, every app, I think that they're gang stalking me because, like, when they send me notifications, they'll do the same 27 shit that I always talk about with you guys, where they do everything on 27. So whenever I get my app notifications, it's always when like 27 is on the clock. So I'm thinking that, oh, okay, damn. So Instagram, DoorDash, all these different apps are gang stalking me, for which, you know, some of them are. Excuse me. What some of them actually are gang stalking, but at the same time, it's the people who I believe, the Joint Terrorism Task Force, corrupt officers who have all this government access. They are using their technology to intercept my anything that's coming to my phone, and then they release it to me once 27 or whatever is on the clock. So I would think that whoever I'm talking to on my messaging, they're playing the game where they're sending me messages whenever 27 is on the clock and shit like that. So I'll think that they're gang stalking, and I'll look at them differently. I might not even want to communicate with them anymore, when actuality, they weren't doing that. That was the program intercepting my data and then releasing it when they decide to. But then, to further try to confuse a TI, I still do have people that I'm in communication with that actually do that. Like, they actually do make sure that they're trying to communicate with me on these particular times. For example, if you're like myself, which is a mistake that I made 2 years ago when I started this shit, when I went on here and just said what my targeting was. Hey, they're using these numbers, and you notice I don't do that anymore. There's a lot of other shit they've done and numbers they add, but I don't go on and just tell everything no more, because what happens is you open yourself up to, not only are you already in the program being gang stalked by the real gang stalkers who are really doing this shit, like the real haters that's behind all of this, who set it all up, who sat there. Let's imagine that they sat down together and they spent their time on Earth. We all got a short life. They spent a little time on their little bit of their time on Earth to sit down and devise a plan and a plot of little irritating, sneaky ass things to do this to me, to try to irritate me, to push me into some kind of a tragic end that other people won't notice, but they can get away with it, and no one can point the finger at them and just do it quietly. This is what our government is paying people to do to innocent citizens who ain't did shit to this country, did nothing to anybody, haven't hurt nothing, but this is what they want to do to me. And there's people sitting down and getting paid to have a meeting to talk about how to psychologically harm somebody. And if you don't believe me, I was born somewhere called Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Fort Bragg, North Carolina is a military base in North Carolina, and their specialty, what they focus on, is psychological warfare. Do you hear what I'm saying? This is it's a branch of the United States Army where my parents met. My parents met in the Army. My father from Atlanta, mother from Washington, D.C. They met in between in North Carolina on an Army base that focuses on psychological warfare. And I was born in that hospital on that base. So who knows what the fuck they were doing with the babies born there. Who these two soldiers were that probably made a deal and put this baby in some program and some shit. Now here I am about to hit 40 and they start gang stalking me. But then I look back, I realize it was a whole lot of control going on for quite some time. And I just wasn't aware of it. And, it is what it is. Keep blocking me, boy. Bragg is home of the airborne, moron. Look, dickhead. I was born there. Whoever just said that, I was born on that base. Okay, Fort Bragg, and they specialize on psychological warfare. I actually have a video on my page talking about that whole scenario, psychological warfare, Fort Bragg. What are you talking about? Both parents are from there. Still got the gear that says airborne on it. You dickhead. I know all about it. So you don't come talking to me about that. Where I was born. I don't even know why I even okay, you served there. I was born there. Both of my parents served there. I was born in Womack Hospital. That sound familiar, genius? You think I'm just on here talking? Is this your first time on my page? Do I seem like one of these people on here just talking for nothing. You in here watching a morons live. I know they just here to stalk. I don't even really look at. I really don't pay attention to stuff like that. But that one right there, he's an idiot. But you know, it is what it is. But you see, he said he serves there, right? He said I serve there. I told you, there's military in here. There's all these different task force, law enforcement, military, all these that's who all these people are online. For you real TIs in here watching me, that's who these people are. You can hear, like I said, you can hear how they talk. These are soldiers. These are law enforcement. You know that talk like that. Oh, that kind of like that musclehead, kind of, you know, musclehead, you know, those meathead, jarhead ass type dudes. They just, you know, and I think that's what happened with me. And that's what happened with me. Like my parents, like I told you, they're military. They left high school and went to the military. I left high school and went to college. Now, nothing against people who went to the military, but it's like this. I always looked at it this way, and that's when I saw that me and my parents probably not gonna be on the same page. Once I went, you know, came into my adult life. You go to college out of high school at a young age, 18, you're being taught to think on your own, to create things, to figure stuff out, to brainstorm, right? Your mind is important. It's about expanding your mind, expanding your knowledge base. You take all these different kind of courses to learn and grow and experience, right? But then if you come out of high school and you go straight to the Army, you're going that motherfucker learn how to shut up, wear the same uniform everybody else wears, wear the same haircut, get in line, follow orders, respect the command, respect the line of command or whatever, chain of command, do as you're told, keep your head down, just work, be a team player. Everybody's the same. We all wear the same uniform. We all say the same thing. We all got the same oath. Just shut up, follow orders. It is what it is, and just work. That's what my parents are. Military, Army, our whole family, uncle, close uncle, Marine. You understand what I'm saying? All Marines, military, all my family is government, Pentagon, NS, all that shit. That's what I come from. You see what I'm saying? But I went to college. Right, my generation and my family were the ones that started to go to be educated. You see what I'm saying? So it's a different way of thinking. So then we get all these soldiers out here. You wonder why they're gang stalking and why it's so easy for them to do all this shit. It's because they are trained. Your brain is already broken to follow directions, to do as you're told. No matter what. When you first get in there, they break you immediately. They break your brain. You can get out and you can retire, but no matter what, your brain has already been. It's like a virgin. Once you're not a virgin anymore. You're not a virgin anymore. Once your brain has been molded and flipped and turned and brainwashed into doing what the hell you're told to do and follow these orders, you got you a gang stalker for life. Keep blocking me, boy. You're poor because that's what you deserve. How you know I'm poor? Boy, I got none of that, Chief. I don't get into piss contests. Hey, let them know, Uncle Simp, you have no idea what the military is, dirt. Nah, I don't have any idea what the military is. No, I didn't. Yeah, I do. I mean, I didn't go into the military for a reason. I didn't want to know too much. Everybody's not good with getting up at 4 a.m, 5 a.m, and having a sergeant yelling in my face and spitting in my face and running miles in combat boots and shit like that. That wasn't for me. I decided to go to college. I liked learning and writing papers and studying and using my brain. I was into that kind of thing. I didn't like somebody yelling at me and giving me orders and shit like that. So yeah, I don't know. I'm getting the Wi-Fi from the hotel because I have a security issue on my own phone, and I wanted a strong connection to go live. What's wrong with that? I live the van life. There's other people out here, matter of fact, all around here to do the van life. I'm a target individual. I can't go sit in a fucking apartment or a house and pay rent and be harassed and all that bullshit. I'm not gonna pay $2,000 a month to be in an apartment and be harassed. Yeah, so I'm gonna do the van life thing. I'm gonna back my shit in, and I'm gonna use free Wi-Fi. And I got an iPhone right there that's paid for. I got mobile service. I got a hotspot, but I chose to pull back and use Wi-Fi at a hotel at a public area where I thought I was gonna get plenty of footage of gang stalking. But these cowards, much like yourself, sneaky, punk-ass cowards, military types, sneaky, slivering, fake phonies, you know, who do stuff to people from miles away nowadays. You know, you push a button. Look, I know about you, so don't come over here talking tough, okay? I'm not impressed. Yeah, I connect the public Wi-Fi with a phone that I don't care about. I wouldn't connect the public Wi-Fi with my phone that matters. I got about 4 or 5 phones in here, so I connect the public Wi-Fi to have a public conversation on my public YouTube channel that you are enjoying along with 50 other people at 3 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, my van is right here. My van is right here. It's right here. I just don't show it on the camera that much for people like Keep Blocking Me Boy, whatever his name is. I don't like to show it. As a real TI, you'll probably be smart enough to know it's not a good idea to be showing your car, showing your location all the time, pulling your camera out, making videos, showing where you're driving around, and all that. There's something called OSNet information, whatever you call that shit. People are trained to look at all of this information, look at all of this stuff, and they use it. There's a target. They're highly concerned about me. You guys have no idea. Like, somebody really, really has a hard on for me. And just the fact that you don't even see a single person walking, you don't even see anybody out here smoking a cigarette. You haven't seen a car drive by. You haven't seen anybody with a sneaky link come jump in their car and leave and go home for the night. I see all that shit when I'm over here. The fact that you haven't seen a single soul, the fact that there's nobody parked in this parking lot right here next to me, next to my van, there's nobody parked there. All those are filled up, and then right across from me, there's no one parked there either. All of this is gang stalking and community control. This is the true. You guys are talking to the real Truman, guys. They got the whole shit set up around me, and I'm not saying it's no ego shit. I hate it. I don't want any of this done. But somebody, and they have this money to spend, guys. They have a black budget to do this stupid shit, so they have to spend it on something. So they will do these kind of things. Look how under control they got these people. Why am I not under that kind of control? Why didn't they do this shit to me? No one ever offered me, hey, you want to come be our bitch? You can get this car, you can get this house. They didn't offer that to me. No one said shit to me. I was always told my whole life, be yourself. Go your own path. Figure things out. Create something. Be ingenuitive. But then you fucking get out here and you do that. Oh, no, you're supposed to get in line and be a little bitch. Do what we told. Where will we say where? Go where we go. Eat what we eat. Do what we say do. What? Which one is it? Not gonna lie, keeps life interesting. That's how they knew about my car. God's Trump is me. What? Yeah, putting your car on there for everybody to see. If you're a real TI, you know what I mean. You don't want to be on here. You don't really want to be doing too much, showing your face. They got facial recognition. You don't want to be on here updating the facial recognition every day, showing the whole world your car. When you're really getting this, you know how much attention that they're paying to you. If you have people on your phone, literally in real time, reacting, and they have first of all, they got the resources to be sitting there watching your phone 24/7. Then on top of that, they have people out here working in the goddamn streets that are available to do something on call. So if I pull up a video they don't like on my phone, they got somebody immediately to ride by and do a noise campaign. Like, why are you this available? As another TI that I hear say that all the time. I get it now. Like, how are they this fucking available? What are you doing? Maybe these are really NPCs. Like, why aren't you somewhere doing something constructive? Man, that's why, and I think these are the things that hold our world back. We probably would have flying cars. We probably would have a cure for cancer. All these things that we could have, but these dickheads are out here doing shit like, everybody go to the hotel, park your car at the hotel, go around the corner to the ball game, but nobody come to the car. He's live.
for 3 hours and a half, so nobody come around, and we can, well, don't worry, we'll spend the money and just go to the hotel. We got plenty of taxpayer money to get on, just to bother this one guy who I'm jealous of. I got penis envy of this guy right here, so I'm gonna use the little bit of power, the power that I do have. I don't have any physical God-given power, but I'm gonna use this evil technology shit and make myself feel better. And all these dumb, idiot, desperate, broke, low moral scumbags will help me do it. just because. And that's what we got, guys. You see people and it's proof. You see nobody and it's proof. Psychosis. All right, whatever. I don't know why I keep reading. I'm not even gonna block you, Perp, because you wouldn't be in here if you didn't know what the deal was. If you really thought that I was sitting here talking bullshit, you and the 50 other people in here wouldn't be here. You're not gonna just sit here and listen to somebody talk something completely nonsensical. I know I wouldn't. I don't even feel like doing this shit. It's so many things. I would rather be with a nice, pretty, fine woman that's smelling great, nice shampoo in her hair right now, nice and soft, with body rub and oils and perfumes, in the bed with nice white painted toenails and a soft voice and some music playing and a fireplace and relaxing in my bed like I was doing my entire fucking life before I started getting gang stalked 5 years ago. That's what my life was. But now I get to be outside at 2:30 in the morning in a fucking drizzling rain outside of my van that I'm living out the van life in now. You understand? Smoking goddamn synthetic reefer and at the hotel on a Wi-Fi talking about a government program that's destroying my life. You think I want to sit here and do this, you dickhead? You really think that this is the life that I want to live? No. I'm out here in the freaking drizzling rain at 3-something in the morning. You know what I would have been doing inside of this hotel a couple years ago? But instead I'm out here doing this because I'm in a gang stalking takedown program because somebody is extremely jealous and what I really believe is penis envy that's causing this, or a scorned woman. So all these resources and all this got to be wasted to try to destroy my life, and they still can't destroy my spirit. You can only take spirit, material things and things like that, and that's the part they don't understand. Let me see. Nobody deserves this. Left Crocker, you're right. Nobody does. But again, it's sick people, and that's what I learned in the past 5 years. Everybody's cowards. These are all cowards. They just feel like they can't make any money. They won't be able to have a way to get a house. They won't have a way to get a car. They gotta go listen to what they do, the military, whatever the fuck somebody tell them to do. And they don't want to be out here using Wi-Fi, doing a van life. They're gonna do what daddy and them tell them to do. Instead of everybody banding together and making a better world, we just gonna bend over, grease up our, and grab our ankles and take whatever we can so we can get a fucking Honda. You know what I'm saying? So we can get a Ford pickup truck. Let me go out here and put a red shirt on and do what I can do in this program to try to drive this sane person. This sane person over here, this normal, sane, healthy, strong man over here. Let me take my sick, pill-popping, goddamn raggedy, knee replaced, steel plate in the head, go to a goddamn therapist and take psychotropic meds and molested my daughter, got a goddamn sexual assault charge. Let me go take my fucking messed up gold silver crown caps in my mouth ass over here and mess with this normal, perfectly fine, perfectly sane, healthy, virile man. Let me drag and tear him down and bring him down to hell with me. And the government to help me do it because I'm a piece of shit and that's who they value, pieces of shit. That's what it comes down to. And that's what they got out here perping us. Perps that are right around out here and gang stalk you for a bag of weed. When I was up here last week, they would, when my car stuck, they would just come pull up right in front of me, just like this, right in front of me, just spark up a blunt or whatever, and just sit there and watch me and probably try to use a Stingray or some shit and get into my phone. And you wonder why China's taking over. You wonder why all these countries out here putting all these currencies together on a gold standard and dropping the dollar. Who the fuck is gonna follow a country that does something like this? You understand? Then got idiots out here at this time of night typing up an FBI agent somewhere sitting in the office somewhere on this goddamn computer, harassing and telling dumbass lies and denying a program. I got a goddamn page full of gang stalking, Instagram and a YouTube, and it's on my own page full of it, and many other people. And this idiot is on here at this time at night, instead of being somewhere cuddled up with a sweet young woman's wife somewhere. He's out here online lying, talking to a real man, tortured, isolated by himself, demeaned, humiliated, take everything from you, destroy everything, lied on, held back, and you got the nerve. I'm out here in the rain, and I'm still standing up strong, healthy, fighting like a hell, and this idiot got the nerve to come on the goddamn computer with his tiny little fingers and type some stupid stuff to me. A real man that's out here battling, fighting like hell for my life by myself again, being attacked by the strongest, most vicious, meanest, richest government and military this world has ever seen. And they're using all those resources to destroy me. And I'm sitting here all by myself fighting it, standing up, working hard every day. And this idiot got the nerve to come on this damn computer and say anything demeaning to me. Nah, I don't accept it. I don't accept it. Go ask your sergeant what you should say next. You know who I asked, who I need to say next? Me. Damn, so it's 50 people in here. I see it's a lot of perps in here. I started getting targeted out of failed relationships. Yeah, man. I think my last relationship had a lot to do with my situation, and it was with somebody I shouldn't even have been with. And that's usually how it happens, man. It'll be somebody. That's what I learned. You know, I shouldn't have did it. As somebody I shouldn't even have dated. And then spent 10 years married, spent 10 years. It's a mistake. So something like that can ruin your life. So if you ever talk to somebody young, you tell them, guys, man, be very careful who you date. Now we got this extra component where if you date somebody, you can't just separate and y'all go y'all separate ways and that be the past. Nah, they gotta get you gang stalk and destroy your whole life. So you gotta be very careful who you dealing with nowadays, because now they got this gang stalking thing. It's really empowered. Like real little weasels and weak people and phony and fake and just sorry ass kind of people. They're really empowered now because of this program. And I'm convinced, they're keeping this stuff away from the real ones. You know what I'm saying? Real men, real solid people. They're keeping this kind of shit away from. This thing right here, this kind of program, this is for like weasels and very morally bankrupt and just weak and just desperate. It's for a certain kind of person, but most people are that way. You know what I'm saying? Most people are that way, and it's easy for them to find plenty of people to do this. Because they just do whatever. Hey man, give me a job. I got all these kids. I was an idiot. I made all these babies out of wedlock, and I didn't wear condoms. I got a bunch of babies. I got a bunch of child support. I got to take care of these kids and all this bullshit. I gang stalk. Come on, whatever I got to do. I destroyed my life. My life ain't shit. Might as well do whatever I can do to get a piece of something to survive. And if I gotta, eat this other person over here, that's what I'll do. They made all the wrong decisions in life, but then come mess with somebody who did the right decisions. Put the condoms on, practice safe sex, didn't have babies out of wedlock, don't have baby mamas, don't got all these issues, but nah, you gotta come over here and mess with the person who wasn't doing shit. You get what I'm saying? But there's somebody out there right now pimping, raping, robbing, killing, stealing, dealing. But I'm sitting out here in a parking lot and I'm live, and the fact that I'm live is the only reason why they're not out here doing everything they can do to try to harass me into a stress induced premature death. You know what I mean? The whole time they've been sitting here trying to stress me and do all this shit. It's been 5 years. I still don't even have. I got one gray hair under my chin, and I didn't go bald. Actually, dreadlocks grew out of my head. So something's wrong here.